And we are back. Hello, everyone. I'm Jacob London, and we are here for part 2 of our 6-part marathon charity Middle Earth Watchalong. That was so many words, I've lost complete track. I'm here. We are going to watch Desolation of Smaug. I am joined by Chris Doman, Kees Cordelesa, Robert Parker, Chris Clark, and some new faces, Henry Sanchez and Manning Franks. Chris Doman, how are you today?
Well, I just got done watching one movie that I liked, and like I said, it's been now 4 years since I've seen this movie we're about to watch, so I can't wait to hopefully get some fresh perspective, get some new eyes on it.
And Kees, how are you?
I'm doing very well. I actually enjoy the Desolation of Smaug quite a lot. I mean, there's a reason I have a Desolation of Smaug, Smaug shirt on, because Smaug is a great character. And yeah, as I said, I like this movie a lot, and I will defend it. And this is going to be a good time. I don't have to drink beer as much as during the last movie, and that's going to be fun.
And Chris Clark, how are you?
So, man, this is going to be a fun one as well. I like the first one a lot. The second one is a joy. These first two are easy sits for me. I love them. This one in particular has a really good extended version, which we're not doing, but I really like Smaug. Smaug is really good. Cannot wait. We're going to rock this sucker again, right, y'all?
That's right.
Exactly. Amen. And we are joined by our returning guest, Robert Parker. How are you?
I'm great. Just finished a movie I love. Now I'm about to go into another movie I love. Going off Chris's point, I think it is really nice to watch, or Chris Doman's it's really nice to watch them back to back instead of just singularly. So I'm really excited to also help Kees to continue to defend this one. I know him and I'll butt heads much less on this one than we did on the last one. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. And we are joined by our newcomers. I'll start with Manning Franks. How are you?
Jacob, it's a pleasure to see you again.
It's great
to
pleasure, huh? But before we get into this, I have to ask. Now, Manning, Jacob, it's been kind of a crazy week with you two on the page recently. What are your initial reactions?
And we're down a member.
Listen, all in good fun. All in good fun.
Oh, yeah.
All in good fun. Some of them have been like, you have that much time on your hands? But, this, I'll take them with the spirit as what they were given. Fun. I hope my parents don't see all these. Otherwise, it has some explaining to
do. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. But in all seriousness, we're here for the charity event. Manning, what are your thoughts? How are you? And are you looking forward to The Hobbit?
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Pleasure to be here, guys. Thank you for inviting me on. And yeah, I'm super excited, especially what you guys have been doing for Make-A-Wish. I could not have been excited. I was going the minute you guys have said this, and I am super thrilled that this is going so well so far as it is. And The Hobbit, yeah, I've seen Smaug about 3-4 times. I like it. It's my favorite out of The Hobbit, so I'm ready to give it a 4th, 5th try. Hopefully I'll like it a bit more. I'm not a big fan of the Hobbit trilogy, but we'll see.
All right, and we are also joined by Henry Sanchez. Henry, how are you? This is your first time ever watching these Hobbit movies?
Yeah, first ever. The Unexpected Journey just now, that was my first time, and it was really a blast to see it with you guys, not a part of the group or anything, but seeing it, watching you guys watch it, and for me, for the first time, it was a good balance, and I really had fun.
All right, fantastic. Well, guys, the whole reason we are here is for Make-A-Wish America. We are trying to make as much money for Make-A-Wish Foundation as we can. We have already, and thanks to every single one of you watching and who over the past weeks have donated, we've already raised $675. That is way above our target of $500, and I am so grateful for every single one of you who has donated, including Robert Parker, who literally just donated 5 minutes ago. So thank you so much for that, Robert. But guys, there is a link in the chat. This is for our for the watch along. This is the CrowdRise page. Make sure you go in there and donate whatever you can. Whatever you are able to, please donate, and let's raise some money for these sick kids, just to help them, make them feel better. Guys, let's start this. All right. No more talking. This is, to me, arguably my favorite of the Hobbit movies. I would say that this is the best one, but but guys, let's do this, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, we go live in 5. We hit play in 5,
Long line.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
All right.
What about us logo again?
Again.
One cannot disparage the genius that is Howard Shore. I will admittedly say that, because music's so good.
Amen.
Let me know early how my volume is, so we don't get deep into it and it's distracting.
Ooh, now I'm hearing some.
Somebody's got it on.
That's probably me.
Yeah, just letting you know.
Improvement, or was there no difference? Because maybe it wasn't me.
No, that's improvement.
Wasn't me.
All right, it was probably me. Sorry. I watch it with subtitles anyway, especially with these names.
By the way, nice hat.
Thank you.
The Hobbit.
I'm so excited. I don't know why.
I do agree with what Robert said earlier. The font is always great in the.
Oh,
Middle
that
Earth
wasn't me.
franchise.
That was Jen.
Oh.
I think.
That was Jen? Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I don't imagine anyone west of Bree.
Hey, look, it's Peter Jackson. Oh, we missed it.
Yep.
He's gone.
Oh, we missed it.
That was the Peter Jackson cameo.
Did we comment on his in Unexpected Journey? Did we talk about it?
No.
We have one, you know?
Was
Yeah,
it?
he has them in all 6.
Yeah, he
I
puts himself
didn't
as a
know
cameo in all movies.
Mhm.
I didn't
But
know that
we-
he had it in Unexpected Journey. I knew about this one, but I didn't know about Unexpected Journey's one.
Yeah. An Unexpected Journey at the very beginning. That's probably why we missed it. We were still warming up to everything. But in the very beginning, he's one of the dwarves that gets killed by Smaug.
Oh,
I think I remember seeing that, yeah.
Like at the very beginning.
interesting.
His best cameo is in Return of the King.
Yeah. I
He
like
gets
it.
shot with the arrow.
Mhm.
Which is
Look
actually
at him.
No, I don't remember here. I think it's just in the extended version of this. But this scene is extended, and Gandalf, instead of just talking about the map and key, also goes more.
There's a flashback with Thrain,
Yeah,
but that's not in the theatrical version. That's just
Yeah.
extended.
yeah. There's a flashback of Thorin tries to go fight Azog at the Battle of Moria, and Thrain's like, "No, I'm not going to lose my whole family." And then Thrain charges.
Yeah.
I went looking on my side. Sorry. It's been a long time since any good room was still. My father had to see you before he went missing. What did you see? I urged him to march upon Erebor, rather the 7 armies of the dwarves, to destroy the dragon and take back the dragon. And I will say the same to you. Take back our homeland. This is no chance meeting. No. On the mountain was a sign. A dragon has said I long enough. Sooner or later, darker minds will play with Wizard. I ran into some unsavory characters.
I also think this is really interesting because this is one of the only times, really, in all 6 movies that we see black speech written down. It's basically just this and then on the ring, and that's it.
Go ahead.
But yeah, in the extended version, Gandalf talks more about the dwarf rings and says, oh, 4 of them were eaten by dragons. Sauron took 3 of them before he was defeated. So then there's, Sauron took 2 of them, so then there was only 1 left, and then it's the one that Thrain had.
Some of the reasons said for them, and by their own the one who raised the king's jewel.
Wow, somebody said this is the shittiest of the Hobbits.
No,
fan
this is
himself, Harvey. He, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the best of the Hobbits.
This is the best, yeah. And Bilbo.
There he is.
Not gonna lie, that first scene wasn't as bad as I remember. I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I
still can't get over the fact of the orcs, the way they look. Still can't get used to it.
It's because they're not practical.
I know.
Yeah.
The CGI of the orcs just throws me off. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kees.
Yeah, no, that I can't defend that the CGI in these movies.
Neither can I.
But like the opening scene is a little bit like Return of the King actually. I mean, Return of the King, of course, is way better with Smeagol, but still, it's like they do a little flashback, they set up a little bit more of the backstory, and then they start the actual movie.
Yeah, it gets you caught up with where you need to be.
Yeah.
And I will say that is actually very helpful storytelling for whether you're binging or just watching, one at a time. It's helpful just to get a refresher of some of these things, because obviously there's a lot to take in with each film as it goes on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely. Also, I mean, we'll get to it in a couple of minutes, but all the parts in Beorn's house, that's probably my favorite part of the book, is Beorn's house.
Yeah,
and I think
I
genuinely think they did a really good justice in the adaptation. I love the scenes in Beorn's house, especially in the extended cut, which we don't get to see. But when you really get more into Beorn, like chopping wood, and all the dwarves come out one at a time because Bofur sends them out. Even if you're not going to watch the entire extended version, when this is over, I highly recommend that you guys go check out just that scene, the extended scene at Beorn's house.
Run!
Run!
Oh, Bomber.
Oh, look at Bomber's face, yeah.
And that's the reason why Bomber outruns every other one.
Yes!
Hey, wasn't that a trivia question?
I got asked for that, yeah. In round 2.
There
It's
we
so
go.
great. Because it makes
It's
so much
so funny.
sense.
Usually whoever gets the shit scared out of them the most, they're going to run the fastest.
And I was initially like, wait, does he pass all of them? And it's like, oh yeah, he does pass all of them.
Yeah, and then he
I
hits the
forgot about
door.
that.
He just hits the door and falls over.
Yep.
What?
Why didn't you close the gate behind you? Might be just me.
Because movie.
Because movie indeed.
Because tension, yeah.
That's okay though.
It's a bear.
He's a skin
Gandalf, you
changer.
know what's up. You sly
Yes.
dog.
Gandalf, you sly dog.
Yeah,
Man,
he's
in
just smiling like,
2017.
I know who that is.
They're all like, wait, what? But, okay, we're fucked.
I just wanted to get in here first.
See, you don't see that, but when Oin's earpiece is flattened in the extended version of Unexpected Journey in the Goblin Tunnels, you see it flattened by one of the goblins. They like pull it off of him, throw it on the ground, and stomp on it like 3 times, and it gets flattened.
Hey, that's a quote from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
There are multiple quotes in this movie used that are also in Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
There is no hope. Rebellions are built on hope. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Sorry. Wrong franchise.
Oh, you're quoting a good trailer, not a good movie.
That's arguable.
It's all right.
I really like Rogue One.
Super underwhelming for me. That orc's name is Shagratz is the name of that orc right there, Azog's bodyguard.
Shagrat. Okay.
Say,
Not as cool as Gothmog.
I was say, yeah, if it's Shadrach, well then where's Meshach and Abednego? There you go. There you go.
Hey, look, it's Bolg. And this one played by Lawrence Makower, I think is how you pronounce his last name. It's the same guy who played Lurtz in Fellowship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Baron is played by Mikhail Persbrandt.
Yep.
Not gonna argue. Not gonna argue with you on that one.
I mean, you can check if you want to, but I mean, if you don't want to give. Or, I also love. I don't know, everything Baron's house. I love, especially if you watch all the behind the scenes and all the special features on everything. You see that they built the whole set to like human scale, because Beorn is a giant even for human standards. He's, I mean, I don't know exactly what his scale is, but he's a giant even to humans, but they built it to scale for the dwarves. So even like if you watch all the behind the scenes, you can see like Andy Serkis sitting in Beorn's gigantic chair, and he just looks so dwarfed by the entire set. It's hilarious.
You're making me want to watch the extended editions now, Robert.
They're good.
I really want to see it.
I mean, you don't need to watch the entire thing, because there are a lot of extra landscape shots and more walking around outside, and there's some shots added like that, but I definitely, I can, list down the scenes that you should at least watch, because there are some important scenes.
Okay, I'll say that the entire extended version of The Desolation of Smaug is a better movie than the theatrical version, so it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. Extended Desolation, I would watch the whole thing. There's probably 2 or 3 scenes you should watch from Unexpected Journey, and 2 or 3 scenes you should watch from Battle of the 5 Armies. But the problem with the Battle of the 5 Armies Extended Edition is it's rated R and just super gory the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And just hyper violent. And that's, for me, that's
it's just way too much CGI, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, but there are some good dramatic scenes that are added and extended that I think are really, really necessary for full character arcs. But the entirety version is a little bit bloated. It's a little bit too much.
No, but it's amazing. Like you can hear the Benedict Cumberbatch in the Necromancer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He has such a distinctive voice. It's kind of hard to miss it.
Yeah. I don't know what actor played the bear form of Beorn, though. I don't know.
Obviously, the guy from the bear who did the Revenant, you know.
Oh yeah! Oh man, Oscar-worthy performance, by the way. Like, seriously.
Yeah, totally believed you. It's a bear.
What a snub for Best Supporting Actor.
To be fair, the one scene that the bear and the Revenant had, I thought the bear was better in that scene than Leo in the entire movie. But that's
I completely
just my
agree with that. Revenant is one of the most overrated movies of all time.
Yep.
I like the Revenant a lot, but Leo was just not as good.
It's pretty, but Leo didn't deserve an Oscar.
I can agree with that.
Oscar.
Yeah.
I'm at the point. I go. Leo deserved it that year because he was the best that year, but that shouldn't have been the movie that he won his Oscar for.
Yeah. Inuyaritu didn't deserve. I thought there were better directed movies that year too.
Yeah. Anyway.
George Miller.
Yeah.
Tangent.
Sorry. All right. Bayarn. Bayarn's house. Favorite scene. Yeah, actually, the main reason that, or one of the main reasons that Azog was called the Defiler, really, there's two reasons. The first is his oath to wipe out the line of Durin, which is the royal house of Erebor, the royal house of the dwarves. So, like Thorin, Fili, Kili, Thorin's sister, Thorin's father and grandfather. Azog swore to wipe out and defile that entire line of dwarves, and also because of his imprisonment of the Skin Changers.
Jesus, Jacob, you need to lay off the cigarettes.
Yeah. That's this shit.
Not very subtle.
As I say, I probably should be talking as probably the only smoker on this panel, though I am trying to quit. And complete assholes.
Yeah. I think he's only in, I mean, the few scenes that Mikhail Persbrandt is in as Beorn, I think he does a great job. Bern's just one of my favorite characters. Even though he's in so little of the movies, at least. There's that leitmotif again of the Misty Mountains theme. I will say though, the when it comes to the extended edition of Desolation of Smaug, Mirkwood is probably a scene that is extended by 15-20 minutes. That's like genuinely
It's not needed.
Yeah, if you're watching the entire extended edition, like watch it once, but you can skip over the Mirkwood scene because it's extended by a very long time and not much interesting happens. You know, when I was saying earlier that in Unexpected Journey, there's a lot of extended scenes where they're just walking around. That's all Mirkwood is. They cross a river and Bomber falls asleep, and that's it.
How exciting. I'm kidding.
Kate.
Yep. Kate Blanchett's back.
So good. Now, while I wasn't a fan of them taking a lot of different characters and placing them in here kind of sometimes forcefully, Legolas cough cough, seeing everyone back just made my heart well, not everyone, but a majority of people back, just kind of so happy. You got Christopher Lee back in one of his final roles, which just kind of was amazing. And then Hugo Weaving and all these people. So it kind of just, for people who didn't watch Lord of the Rings in theaters, or just even watch them in general, it just kind of legitimized it just a bit more.
Yeah, I was one of those people who didn't see Lord of the Rings in theaters at all. I didn't see Lord of the Rings until a few years after they were released. But I mean, I agree completely. I know last movie Case was talking about how the whole stuff in Rivendell with Elrond all felt like just a ton of fan service and stuff, and I agree to that to some point. But I also love seeing the White Council back together. I mean, in that scene in Rivendell, I think that's super important as far as, I mean, once again, talking about like the Witch King and the Nazgul and that kind of stuff. I think it's really necessary. And it's great to see Galadriel and all those other characters that you love back.
Oh, yeah. Because it makes sense, the White Council meeting, because we never see that in the books. It's kind of like, oh, Gandalf went away. They actually finally give us an actual event.
Yeah, Gandalf for sure is in Lord of the Rings, he's obviously an integral part of the entire story, and he's there pretty much the entire time except for that small time between gray and white. But besides that, he's pretty much there the entire time. Whereas in Hobbit, even in the book and in the animated movie and in these films as well, he is the wandering wizard that people call him. He's just kind of there and then he's not. And then he's there and then he's not. He's in and out of the storyline. And I think that part is a faithful adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where, of course, nobody listens because movie.
Yep.
Well, it's not really that they don't listen. It's just that it's too overgrown. And Mirkwood is like a magical forest that wants to kill you.
That too.
I think Gandalf would warn them. It's a magical forest!
Yeah.
Or something.
Like they do.
But why would Gandalf do that, though?
Yeah, they do try to follow the path.
Movies! Yeah.
Yeah, Mirkwood is just, that's honestly my only, or not only, that is my biggest gripe with Desolation of Smaug. Other than that, I love this movie. I still think it's great, but I mean, there are points when I just can't defend stuff. I mean, you saw that last movie too. And Mirkwood, it's interesting and it looks good, and the way that the colors are just a little bit off looks good, but it just is kind of boring to me.
Yeah, because I remember their encounter with the spiders. I was not as thrilled about it, but I know once we get actually in Frendrul's grasp, I was
once you get into the official woodland realm,
Whatever.
Could you but could you imagine that this being the middle action scene of the movie? Because that's where it would have been. Like, we all say that, oh my god, it should have been 2 movies, but can you really imagine the riddles in the cave scene being like, an hour into the first movie?
Well,
they would have had to have some extensive editing and writing and all that jazz.
They
I'm
wrote
not
it
that bothered.
They wrote it and structured it for 3 movies. If you cut it down to 2 movies, it's not going to work because the 3-act structure and how they do the through lines of the storylines would not work filmmaking wise. So at the beginning, they had to decide if it was 2 or 3 movies. You can't really.
Well,
the way it's structured, it would be even worse with 2 movies. The way it's structured.
Though I will argue with the sense of how the Battle of the 5 Armies plays out at the very end. It goes on for, even though it's the shortest, it goes on for too long. A lot too long, considering where it's only like a chapter in a book.
That's bad structuring for 3 movies.
Oh,
For 2 movies, it would have been better. Yeah, but the thing is, there was nothing they could do about that. Yeah, go for it, Robert.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry. Initially, it was only supposed to be 2 movies. It was only written to be 2 movies. If you watch the video blogs that Peter Jackson has posted on YouTube and stuff, it was only supposed to be 2 movies. But then probably about 2/3 of the way through, because they filmed.
Sorry, Robert. Just one sec. We just have a time update. It's 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're at 25 minutes.
Sorry, Robert, I'm back.
That's right. I'll finish my thoughts quick. So I was just going to say, initially it was only supposed to be 2 movies. It changed to 3 eventually. I don't know exactly why, but it was basically, they changed it during principal photography. So that was kind of a big change to change it to 3.
So that before or after? Was that before or after Del Toro left?
After. It was 6 months before this movie was going to come out.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, it was about 9 months before it came out, before this one came out. The first trailer, if you actually look it up, the first trailer for An Unexpected Journey has footage from this movie because it was meant to be in this movie.
Yeah.
And then, basically,
Homework.
The decision is said to have been Peter Jackson's, but if you listen to his interviews and you listen to the way he talks, it was Warner Brothers going, fuck, we're about to lose Batman and Lord of the Rings within 2 years, and Harry Potter. So they were going to lose Harry Potter, Batman, and Lord of the Rings within 6 months. Within 2 years. They had to extend it.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was just going to say is the scene we were just on where he was up in the tree. That's the other 48 frames thing that we were talking about the first one. That kind of gave me a headache.
Yay, Shelob. Oh, no, wait, this is something different.
No, that's the Spawn of Ungoliant from Dol Guldur.
I know, but it's kind of like...
Feels like another Shelob moment, I know. But once again, that's...
Shelob light.
This was also part of the book, so technically Shelob came after these spiders did.
Although Shelob was still alive during this time, though, so she's definitely a lot older.
Yes, as we have seen. But remember, Shelob is just a woman in at this point. If you have
she's
seen,
owned by Sauron.
No, if you've played the new game.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Oh, trust me, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a Lord of the Rings fan. I'm just pissed.
No.
But by the way, I think we just had Shelob within a time span of 15 seconds. A lot more than Robert Meyer Burnett managed to say Shelob in the time he got to answer the same question. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we're debating how we're gonna bring that up on.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be very
especially because he joins us for Return of the King.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
From the safety of my own room and to see you guys.
I see us duke it out with Robert Meyer.
Just like, grab the popcorn.
Wait, Manning, you said the safety of your room. Is that yours or Jacob's? Do you share or is it separate? Or...
A time zone separates us, but not our hearts.
I had to.
Robert, I love you.
I'm an independent young man. I can take care of myself. Thank you.
Okay. I'm proud of you. That's good.
I have a job.
Long distance can be tough sometimes, so good for you guys for making through it.
Oh my god. I say one thing.
And it all started because you were sick of being a bridesmaid, bro.
Yeah, you were wearing like the day, and you just wanted a groom.
Now, this is something that has always bugged me.
Oh yeah,
the rules of invisibility.
The spider talks, but he doesn't have the ring on.
Okay, that too, but how do the rules of invisibility they shouldn't work like that?
How do you mean?
Okay. Now, I'm basing this off of what I've seen in other franchises, where you yourself are invisible, but any objects you have, clothes, swords, whatever, they're not.
It's a magic ring.
It's what you hold. I mean, otherwise your clothes would be visible as well.
Yeah.
It really depends on the world and what the rule is of that world.
Yeah. Otherwise, they had to pull a Tim Story's Fantastic Four, where Bilbo would have to take his clothes off like Invisible Woman, and no one wants that.
I mean,
Jessica Alba, on the other hand, maybe.
Speak for yourself, like.
Woo! Hey, Martin Freeman, though.
That's a lot of spiders.
It is.
I found some spiders in my dorm room the other day. I mean, they weren't that big, but they were pretty close.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
I felt that. I felt that.
This is actually one of my favorite parts. I think it's in theatrical, where Bilbo decides to name Sting.
He just did that.
Oh, he did that? I missed it? I thought it was when he
Yeah, you
killed
missed it.
Frodo.
Yeah, no, he just did that. Sting, that's a good
You're
name.
making your joke. You're making your joke.
I was.
Because of,
Sorry, the joke was better than anything I could ever talk about Sting.
It was because of the spider getting stuck in the face with the sword.
But yeah,
it stings.
But just to let you know, that shot of the ring on the ground and Bilbo looking back at it, that was the money shot for the first Hobbit trailer.
Yeah.
So that shows you that was
Right.
meant to be in the first Hobbit movie.
Mm-hmm. There's plenty of scenes in Two Towers that were meant to be in that movie. In Return of the King, that were meant to be in Two Towers.
Yeah.
My precious, give it back to me.
That ring music.
And here he's really like, this is mine, my own, and he's really passionate. And then he realizes, like, oh, shit, what did I
The ring
just
came
do?
to me. It's mine, my own.
My precious.
Oh, I was gonna say yes. We have the other good Gollum impression in the chat now. So
Who's the other? Oh,
What, Clark?
Manning,
no, I'm terrible.
Yeah. I try. I think that someone on here did a really, really good one.
Brian
Chris Stallman was
Fernandez.
pretty good.
yeah, Brian was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't even want to try it. It's phenomenal.
Oh,
But
guys, look.
off of that,
Guys, look.
oh, and here's
Oh, hey, look,
gravity
fan
defying
service.
Legolas.
Yay!
You know,
Hey,
I
why
wouldn't
did
have
you
minded
look so much
Legolas in
older?
this.
I don't mind.
I would not
Legolas in
mind-
this.
That's
No.
the problem I have with it.
No, because it makes sense. He's the Prince of Mirkwood. He would be in this. But the fact that they added him like in so much, if it was just like a walk-on cameo, I would have thought it'd be totally fine. But I don't think I needed him to be in Battle of Five Armies and have that really gravity-defying.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Oh yeah.
If you're talking gravity defying, then you have to bring up when he jumps onto the horse in Two Towers.
All right, guys, we will be at 33 minutes in 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 33 minutes.
Pretty sure you guys already knew this, but Tariel's played by Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah, we did know that.
Mhm. We knew that.
The Wasp.
Oh, wait, Manny, did you know that? I think you had an issue with that answering.
I had.
No.
A
He had,
blank-
no. He had an issue with the name of the character.
Yeah,
because
a character's
she was
name, I know.
completely made up
I
for
know.
this film,
I
and
know.
to total
Okay.
Mary Sue, Tariel.
I'm
All right.
just giving him shit.
Speaking of which, what do we think of this edition of Tariel?
Okay,
Chris, I know you sound like your opinion.
Pretty useless.
I disagree. I think
The love story between her and Keely is completely useless. It's terrible. It's on par with Anakin and Padme in Attack of the Clones, and it should not have been in these movies. And I'm like, this is one of the worst things of these movies.
Jeez,
Even
Case,
though
I
these
thought you liked
movies
this
are
movie.
already pretty bad. I like this movie, but the love story is just god awful.
I think it could have definitely been done better. Like it was a little bit shoving down your throat a little bit. But I do think that having some distinction between Philly and Killy emotionally was really important. That way in Battle of the Five Armies towards the end, you really are hit a little bit harder with her reaction, and then you get the dynamic between her and Thranduil. I think that's really important. The dynamic between her and Legolas, I think, is really good. So I think the love story could have been set on the back burner a little bit more than it was, but it wasn't.
And there's the all hail the mighty douche, the Cersei Lannister of this movie series, if you will.
No.
That's
Cersei is a great character, performed amazingly by Lena Headey. Thranduil is
an amazing character.
He's okay, written, poorly performed by Lee Pace.
Oh, I think he's beautifully performed.
I think he's so miscast in these movies.
Oh, I disagree.
Really? What did you imagine as?
When I say that, what I mean is like he's this power-hungry, somewhat self-centered. Actually, who am I kidding?
Oh, also hold up. There was a dick joke there that we missed.
That was a dick joke in the Middle Earth Saga, and it's okay.
Once again, Case, I thought you liked this movie.
I like this movie, but
it's still
the elves. It's the elves that bother me.
Oh, we're about to get to Marath and Gilith. That'll be soon.
All right, or the Feast of Starlight.
Yeah.
That I was just looking for in the map. Yeah.
No, but Thranduil, I think, is very well performed. I think Lee Pace does a great job of showing sort of like almost the timelessness, like in his movement. It almost seems, it seems not worldly, which I think is
elegant. It feels like it's not from here.
It seems royal and inhuman, and I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Because is he a Noldor or is he a?
He is an Eldar.
Eldar, okay. I'm trying to remember. And I know they're like uppity.
Yeah.
In comparison.
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Xandar, you stand accused. Your wretched peace treaty will not save you now. 'Tis the tinder on which you burn.
Yeah. Thank you.
I saw that movie like 2 days ago. I rewatched
it. Nice.
The day I moved into college, I'm like, you know what movie I should watch tonight? Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Now
I liked him as Ronan.
Oh yeah, I don't know why people don't like Ronan. I think he's perfect.
He's
diabolical.
He's maybe not perfect. Okay, I think Lee Pace does a very good job in the role of once again being like super elegant and super over the top, and then like the one thing hits when Peter Quill starts dancing. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Like, he's a surface side villain, but not as a main villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if Thanos had a bigger presence in that movie, the villain aspect would be great. But because it was just Ronan, that's what people had the problem with.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Data from The Next Generation.
I think this.
Yeah, the actor who plays Data. Can you see it?
Brent Spiner?
Yep.
Yeah, Brent. Yep, I see it.
I think this speech by Thorin
Talk to me of Dragon Fire.
This was a quote that I got.
Yeah, you got that one.
And then he turns into a snake. But I think that speech that Thorin kind of gave to Thranduil there when he was yelling at him, I think that's another really deep insight into not only Thorin, but the dwarves in general. Like the things that they value. It's honor, it's loyalty, it's passion, it's those kind of things. And I think that those are the things that Thorin, when he gets closer to the mountain and starts getting dragon sickness, I think those are the three things that Thorin loses faith in, kind of, and they kind of get taken from him. He doesn't trust Bilbo. Isn't loyal to his kin. He doesn't have honor because he goes back on his word. So I think him in this movie explaining these are the things that the dwarves value, these are the things that I value, and then he goes back on all of them by the end of this movie, and especially in the beginning of Battle of Five Armies, and then he returns to where he is now. I think that arc from this to the end of the trilogy is really good insight to his character.
From this day to his last day. Sorry.
I mean, I was gonna say that, but then I realized there's somebody on the panel who hasn't seen the Hobbit movies.
Because I'm a douche. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, he is a douche.
Look, I'm sorry to say it, but just Lee Pace is
The douche from Sausage Party?
It's too easy for me to make fun of him.
It is.
I think this is the biggest douche move of them all. He's like, "Oh, my son loves you, but you can't be with him. Bye."
Also, I feel like adding this romance, this quote-unquote love triangle, kind of undermines Legolas's character in the Lord of the Rings, because because I'm just thinking about this now, and him having this, he feels like this whiny, like, I not say brat, but I don't want to disparage, because I love him in Lord of the Rings, but it just feels misplaced and misguided in this one. I know what they were trying to do. It comes across as just That's all I can say is just
I definitely think. Go ahead.
I think we're just saying
No, I thought Kees was going to say something.
Yeah, okay.
No. I was just saying just like everyone else.
I think I don't know if it completely undermines his character. Because I mean that's 60 years from now. Even for an elf, you grow and you change. So I think actually what this does is shows what he is when he's a little bit younger, and then he grows into the more stern, quote, hard-ass character that he is.
So he's not a hobbit since he grows?
No, but even he but
that was terrible. That was terrible.
Wow.
That was good. I like that.
Wow. I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, but yeah, he wasn't that much of a stick in the mud in the Lord of the Rings. He had a lot of levity to him. This one, he just kind of feels like, I'm always brooding. I'm not so happy with my life. Blah 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 blah. In the other ones, Lord of the Rings, he feels like he's having fun. His repertoire with Gimli, he's hesitant with the dwarves at first and the humans, but once he gets to know them, it's never from a place of like I'm better than you. He sees them as equals as we go along. And this one, throughout the whole movie, he doesn't feel like he has any sort of character progression until like he's spurned by Toriel. And I feel that kind of like goes back to the underlining of the character of Legolas.
There you go. That was a trivia question.
Wait for the mic to drop there. The Feast of Starlight.
Yeah, she already said it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh well.
And then he talks about how he saw a fire moon from the Ered Luin.
Why did she go back with him again? I forgot. Because he made a dick joke?
He was also making noise with his little token, so maybe she was there to be like, shut up.
Yay, dick jokes.
It's like, he made a dick joke. No one here makes dick jokes.
And again, this is... Oh boy!
I think it could have been done better.
This is adequate at bat, mate.
All over again.
All over again.
I think the execution of this is a little bit poor But I will say I think this writing, while it's not good, is better than all of the writing in Attack of the Clones.
Debatable.
I'll give you it's better. No, sorry, I will give you it's better. I will give you it's better but not by a lot. I will give you that it's better. Though.
It's not good, but it's better than Attack of the Clones.
Dude, Attack of the Clones is so bad. Like the dialogue in Attack of the Clones is so bad.
It's so cool.
You have moments between Jango and Obi-Wan that were actually pretty cool.
How about this then? How about this then? Maybe like on some random weekend, you and I will just sit down and we'll watch it, and we'll go 12 rounds because I still feel like there's still
good moments.
Some good moments.
Hey, we might be doing that in when we do a marathon far away.
All right, I want
maybe
a long time.
Maybe.
Well, see, now, okay. Wait. Now here's a funny thing. Now okay, guys. I don't know what he's planning for the next charity watch line. I know we're doing another one in early November. But seriously, this motherfucker right here, he's been hiding it from us. I don't know what he's planning.
All right.
He said
Sharks with laser beams.
Back to the movie.
Far away. There's a reason.
I have one quick thing about the movie. So, I don't mean to interrupt anybody, but
no, sorry, we shouldn't talk about the movie.
That's right. There's a reference to the Lord of the Rings lore, or like the Middle Earth lore. In the scene where the elves have like the keys and they're drinking a bunch, one of the elves is named Elros, which is actually, see. So
no way.
Yeah, so that's a reference to, I believe it is Elrond. His brother is Elros.
Yeah.
And it's all so it's a really ancient elven name that has kind of been like passed down, and that's a really big reference to Elros, which is a really big character, a really important ancient elf.
In fact, if I recall correctly, Elros falls during the final battle with Sauron in the final battle of Second Age.
Something like that. I don't know exactly what he does, but he's.
I know he became.
Go ahead.
I was saying I know he was the first king of Numenor, and that he chose to become a human, or chose to take the half elf side of being human in comparison to Elrond, who was like, I want to be an elf and live long. But I don't know if he died. I'm gonna look that up actually.
Yeah. So Elros and Elrond were really the first two half elves, and Elrond chose to be elf, and Elros chose to be human.
Yeah, it's kind of like Remus and Romulus from ancient Rome mythology. By the way, guys, do me a favor while we're watching this. Any big Tolkien fans, double fact check me on that, please. Elros fell.
Yes. The Elros thing, I'm not 100% sure at, but I just know that it's a reference to Elros's ancient elf name. The other one is named Galleon, and I don't know what he's for. I don't know if that's a reference to anything. I don't think so.
Yep. Lobo.
See, Martin Freeman in this scene is just the best.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I love how he just backs up.
By the way, we're almost at 48 minutes as a time update.
So what was this? So this was originally the the final set piece for An Unexpected Journey. Like this was the last action scene.
All right, guys. 48 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 48 minutes. And I don't care what anyone says. I think this scene is fun.
I agree. High five.
I love it. I love this.
High five.
I love it.
Yeah, it's entertaining as hell.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a good.
I'm not gonna lie though. This would be a great ride at Universal Studios.
Yeah. Where's that Lord of the Rings park, Universal? Where?
See, we have a
Warner Brothers. Whoever does it.
Okay. So we have a Warner Brothers. It's called Warner Brothers Movie World. We actually have that here, and they don't have anything Lord of the Rings. They have it's DC Park. Like that's all it is.
That is an elfin horn, and that does not make the same sound. God damn it! Sorry.
You'd think a New Zealand park would have this.
Yeah.
Because I would just, some people like go to Hogwarts and Islands of Adventure or wherever it is. I would just go to Middle Earth and just get lost for a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days.
Same.
Oh shit.
We're fucked.
That's what the guys thought was when he got stabbed.
Fuck.
Oh, Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that some people have gripes with the barrel sequence just because, you know, it's a little cartoony and stuff like that, but I just think it's so enjoyable.
Only problem I have is the bomber.
In
part.
the thing.
Other than that.
God. I keep forgetting how much of a blood savage Bilbo becomes.
Yeah, he kills he killed a warg in the first one. Yeah.
And there goes Keeley having his Aragorn moment.
Mm-hmm. And that elf just got, trampled.
Well, geez, way to hit the camera, guys. Oh, no, we're going to have our Boromir moment. He's going to get shot.
We stuck him with a roll
It's
shot.
not entirely Boromir, though.
See, now he was quite the swordsman, quite the adventurer, until he took an arrow to the knee.
He took an arrow to the knee.
You are welcome, motherfuckers!
Oh, so good.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh. That was cool.
You made me rage quit there, Chris.
I also like this this theme in terms of the score.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Theme was pretty good.
What if they had thrown us for a loop and suddenly killed oh, is that Keeley or is that Feely? I get them mixed up.
The one who got the... Okay, here's how...
That's Keeley, right?
Keeley is the one who got shot with the arrow.
Yeah, Keeley.
Okay, what if they had killed him right there? They threw us for a loop.
So painful.
The arrow
That
broken
would
off
be
there? Yeah.
crazy.
I already said Lawrence Mako is bad.
I love the GoPro footage here. And it's so blatantly obvious that it's GoPro footage.
It's so GoPro-like. It's like, whatever.
It's so
everything
GoPro.
else is HD, 4K perfect, and then there's this GoPro footage. It's just hilarious.
What? Okay. Improbable bend.
Yeah.
This is the wrong man.
What's actually really interesting is if you watch the video blogs by Peter Jackson.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. What's interesting is they filmed. I mean, part of the sequence is in a studio, and the other part is on location. They filmed, particularly at the end of the river where they meet Bard on the rocks. They filmed that on a real riverbank.
Nice.
But they had weather problems. So they finished filming one evening. I think don't quote me on this, but I think it was at 4 in the afternoon. They finished filming what they needed to. But they had police there and a bunch of rescue crews there because they had some weather issues. The next morning by 4 a.m., the water level had risen 3 feet, and everywhere that they were filming the night before was completely flooded. I just thought that's a little cool insight into the filming of the sequence.
Yeah, it is. I
So-
mean,
Scenes like this are the reason I rate movies the way I do, because it looks terrible, but it's so awesomely choreographed and in theory looks cool. It just, the CG is so bad. So I'm having fun with it, even though technically it's terrible. So
Yeah, no,
it's a weird moment.
Yeah, I hear
that's a
you.
cool shot, though.
Like
it's a
like I
great
said,
show.
that's why I do movies the way I do, and people like
Oh, hey,
like
that's-
how do you rate like for Guardians? Like how do you say you hate it, but it's so high? It's like because I have fun with it, even though technically I don't think it's as good as it's weird.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But like something like this, so I look at this and I go,
Now
this
that,
reminds me.
that is actually an interesting moment that Thorin saves Legolas by killing the orc.
Yeah, it's mirrored in Battle of the Five Armies when a goblin is attacking Thorin on the top of the cliff while Legolas is fighting Bolg on the bridge underneath.
Yeah. But at that point, it makes sense. At that point, it's just a little bit weird.
I like what. Okay, so what this scene reminds me of is Fast and Furious. It's one of those ones where it looks so bad, it's so over the top, it's so stupid, but I'm having fucking fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's what that scene.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
really
mean,
hard to differentiate a rating when you're having fun. So technically, because we're not professionals, so I mean, you can't always give it a professional rating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just personal. Like I'm having fun with this, and
Yeah.
that looked like crap, but sometimes video games are just fun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
absolutely.
I actually, no. I'm digging this movie. Even though, yes,
Thank you.
again, I'm having some problems, but I'm digging it.
It has problems now. That it's clear, but I like
It's
it.
still the best of the Hobbits, and I'll still defend all the Hobbits. Tomorrow I'll be defending Battle of the Five Armies, and you'll all be yelling at me furiously, but I'll be defending.
That's gonna be fun.
Like every
Yeah,
time,
that's
every
gonna
time
be
there's a bad
fun.
CGI moment, I'll knock it. But I'm gonna give it credit when credit's due, like, and just see what happens at the
Oh
end.
no, yeah. I'm gonna give us so much credit to this movie when we finally get Smaug, because that
Yeah.
scene, that entire scene.
I honestly think everything. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I would say everything from the time they meet Bard all the way to the end of the movie is on par, as good, if not just a little tiny bit below, as the
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
There
honestly.
you go. I was waiting for you to say that. You know.
Yeah, I was
He's gonna say-
nah.
I was trying to be as diplomatic as possible, but
The only thing that takes me out of it, from the moment they meet Bart, is the Master and Alfred of Lake Town. That just
Stephen.
bugged me.
Yeah.
Alfred Pennyworth,
Alfred Lickspittle.
Licks little what?
The way he said that was like, "Oh, it's here." His mouth was moving in a particular way that I found really fun. I don't know why. It always makes me laugh.
Hello, bad ADR.
Yeah, he's got prosthetics on too.
Let's make sure these birds are without any air. very
Yeah.
Under my hat. Okay, that works.
Yeah, right now they're in the. I actually really like this scene. I think this scene is also extended in the extended version when they're in the high
it
falls.
is. I don't really know what it adds in the extended version, but yeah.
They talk more about the rings. That's a kind of a common theme. It's when they're in the high falls of Rudar, which is where they are right there. They are basically just talking about the Nazgul
Oh,
and
God.
how they initially succumbed to temptation.
Now, this is something I'm still not sure how I feel about. How this acts as basically a prequel to the Lord of the Rings, and the Hobbit. The books didn't really do that. I'm still not sure how I feel about them adding it. Maybe by the time I watch Battle of Five Armies, I'll have a different opinion when they finally reveal the Necromancer and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's because I hold Lord of the Rings such a high esteem that them
The
trying
necrophilia.
to
I honestly
trying to do that.
I think I understand that these trilogies both take place in the same universe, so you can kind of connect them. But I think far too many people are only comparing Lord of the Rings versus Hobbit. They're only saying, "Oh, Lord of the Rings is perfect, and Hobbit isn't as good, so Hobbit must suck." And I completely disagree with that line of thought. I think if you look at them independently, Lord of the Rings is perfect, and Hobbit's pretty good.
No, that's the thing. Like, if you don't compare the Hobbit movies with Lord of the Rings, then there are definitely some good things about the Hobbit. It's just that, as a Lord of the Rings fan myself, I can't completely separate it from Lord of the Rings. That's why I hate Battle of the Five Armies. But I think that Unexpected Journey has its moments, and this movie is actually pretty good.
It's all CG.
What's so funny about that scene with Gandalf is it's so clearly set. That was a cliffhanger. That was meant to be
Literally, because they're
moment.
on some kind of a cliff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, but this bit here, this was the final scene. At his line to Bard is
Right.
that Bonfa says to Bard. That was the last line of the movie.
When they get to Lake Town or beforehand?
No, before. Like I'll mention it when we see it, but I can't remember what his last line is. But when Bard comes here, and then one of them comes up and says, and the guy and he comes up and says, do you happen to have a boat or something? And then it cuts.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's where part one ended.
No
And the whole
one shoots like Gaston, nor is as quick as
Nice job, Chris.
No one's aim
that's how
is
you make
incredibly sharp like Gaston.
Now that's a transition.
This one here. You're from Lake Town.
Oh, it's actually Gaston. Okay, I thought.
Yeah, no, it is.
It is Gaston.
That was where it cut. That
Got
was the
it.
end of the movie.
Got it.
Fade to black.
Like, could you imagine the movie ending there? That's what Peter Jackson said. I didn't like that was the cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I can see that. Because he doesn't even talk. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
I would imagine it's written like that. It wasn't shot like that. It wasn't shot like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It wasn't shot like a cliffhanger.
I have a question. Back
the
to what we were
angles
talking
and
about
how
earlier.
it was edited.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, yo, Henry.
So you guys were talking about the comparisons with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to get off topic, but with Fantastic Beasts, regardless of what you think of the movie, do you think it did a good job of not specifically tying into Harry Potter and making references? We don't know what it's going to do in the future, but just for Fantastic Beasts, do you think it did a decent job of being its own movie and potentially its own franchise?
I don't think it was a strong movie.
Yeah, even taking out my personal opinion of the movie, I'd still say no.
Really?
The issue with Fantastic Beasts is that it doesn't have a focused narrative. It has one part that focuses on the Fantastic Beasts, which is a big part of the movie, but it's not the main plot. The main plot is all the stuff going on with Ezra Miller's character, and that was not fleshed out enough. And the issue is that is the storyline going forward in these movies, but they didn't really focus on that. So the moment that you have the climax happening that involves all that, it just sucked.
But I mean, it's its own movie though. It's not a Harry Potter movie in a sense. Like it's a Fantastic Beasts movie. Do you think it did a good job there? Whereas like we've been talking about the Hobbit movies, where it's trying to be Lord of the Rings, not always the Hobbit.
As far as separating itself from the other franchise that it's technically a part of, I think it did actually a pretty good job of being independent.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, but as a movie in itself, I think J.K. Rowling's a novelist, not a screenwriter.
Yeah, I'm just curious, just for future, like maybe that should be a foundation for other franchises to look at. Like if we're gonna do a prequel or a spin-off, actually be a spin-off and be in the same world, but not always need to make tie-ins because they get way in over their head and it's choppy. Or like you guys keep saying.
Is this makeup or CGI for the orc? Because
not all of it. Not all of it. The face is CGI. The entirety of the body is all practical effects.
Yeah, and that's what sucks about it. They have to either completely do CGI or completely do makeup, and not a mixture, because now it just looks fake.
That's actually with most of the orcs.
It bugs me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kees, that it's a little bit off-putting when it's a mixture of the two. And in the 3 Hobbit movies,
right there,
a majority of them are a mixture of the two.
Yeah. This is the first time where I'm not like, oh, hey, that's totally CGI. And I just goes to show you what they did with the makeup just works just a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, I also kind of understand doing a mixture. Like, obviously, in the final version of the movie, it doesn't really look the best, but you also want to differentiate. You don't want every single orc to look the exact same way. I mean, the orcs in Return of the King from Mordor are very different from these orcs from Dol Guldur, or the orcs from Gundabad in the Battle of the Five Armies. Like, I understand that you kind of have to make a distinction in some way, but I think they kind of did it wrong.
Yep. The Death Star? Oh no, wait, wrong French. Sorry.
The Death Star.
I was about to say, plus, the thing is, in Lord of the Rings, they really didn't ever do, like, big weapons.
Yeah, they did.
Grog. We had, like, Grog.
Okay.
Grog.
You have
Yeah,
the Witch King of Angmar had this giant mace. That thing was huge.
Okay, okay. I'm talking about, like, a Death Star kind of thing
Oh,
that
I
could
see.
obliterate an entire country. Something this franchise didn't thrive on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's also a big distinction between sci-fi and fantasy. I mean,
Fair enough.
like, especially what I love about Lord of the Rings and even Hobbits as well, you feel like this could really have happened. It feels so real. Like, you really know these characters. It feels like you're watching history unfold on the screen, especially in Lord of the Rings, but also in the Hobbits as well. So I think they didn't want to go too much into the science fiction kind of thing. They wanted to leave it where it's believable, you know. I mean, as believable as a fantasy movie with elves and hobbits and giants and orcs can be.
Right,
Yeah, but
right.
that is always the target of a fantasy movie. Make you believe that this entire world that is totally not real, it has to feel real. When it succeeds at that, it's like, hey, this is an actual world I can believe that exists in a galaxy far away, or in a long time ago. Like that, this could have happened in like the 14th century, perhaps. It has to feel that way, and Lord of the Rings totally feels that way. Lord of the Rings is like, if you had told me that is what actually happened, yeah, I would believe it, because it's so believable. It's just done so well, and that's what we all want to do with fantasy worlds sometimes. Just escape in that world because it's so great.
Okay.
I love this revealing shot here.
Of the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, and well, of Lake Town as well. But yeah, the one of the mountain is right now. This shot is beautiful. I mean, you can see it in their eyes. Like, look at Nori there. You can just see the longing.
Yeah, that's
It's so good.
And also, instantly.
Great character moment.
Yeah.
You could tell that's Gimli's dad.
Yep. A little Easter egg. Or Legolas saw Gimli and he didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we missed. Yeah.
It's a goblin mutant.
I hate that moment. I hate that moment. And we were talking about something else.
Gimli.
But I hate that moment where he goes about get with Gimli. I hate that moment. Because that is fan service and it's way too on the nose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because, I mean, fans know the relationship between Gimli and Legolas. So.
Yeah, it would have been served better if it was just like, if he didn't give it to Legolas directly, just like an elephant taking it and like, what is this?
This moment, if you watch the behind the scenes of this moment, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's real. That is 100% real with real fish. And it took 30 seconds for it to all drop down. And then it took about an hour for them to get each one out because they had to pull each one individually out because it was so slippery.
That reveal of Lake Town right here.
And the
I love that
music.
shot.
Score is really good.
A lot of Lake Town, I mean, obviously not all of it, but quite a bit of it was built as a set.
Oh, yeah, and you can tell. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm. The stuff, especially in Lake Town, the stuff with the humans, you know, earlier we were talking about you wanted to make it feel real. Esgaroth, which is the elven name for Lake Town, feels so real in these movies. You know, even the dumb parts with Alfred and the Master feel real. Alfred Lickspittle is played by Ryan Gage.
This guy's annoying.
I hate this guy. Like, I get what they're trying to do. I get they're trying to have a Wormtail, and he is not Wormtail.
Wormtongue?
He's just
Wormtongue. Sorry, not Wormtail.
Wormtail is Harry Potter.
Wrong franchise.
It would have been great if this was Timothy.
Everyone take a shot every time someone says wrong franchise in this watch.
You'll be dead in 5 minutes.
Someone get Kees out of here now, quickly.
Ooh, I don't know who plays that guy. Braga? Braga is like the leader of the guard in Lake Town. I do not know who plays Braga.
Wait, who?
Jesus Christ, what a fan are you?
You got me.
I mean, fuck, I know.
The weird thing is, like...
Wait, so the fish are already dead, right? They're just dumping dead fish in the water.
Yeah,
Kind of...
they're just getting rid of the food because he's an asshole. That's all he's doing.
If he wouldn't want to take the food for himself, just a thought.
If only he was eating an apple right now.
Yeah.
Like all bad guys do. Listen to classical music and eat apples. It's all the bad guys.
Sucks his death got cut.
I don't like his death. I think it's way too cartoony for me.
That's Shadow's great, though.
I honestly would have preferred it if, like, just in the shots of carnage during Battle of Five Armies, you would have seen his body.
It's got puppies.
Agreed.
Either that or he's in the boat with the Master when he gets crushed by Smaug.
Yeah. Master is played by Stephen Fry.
Yeah, Stephen
Fry. I knew that.
Yep. One of the best British actors.
Best British comedians, period, and totally wasted.
But by the way,
I don't think he's
fun
wasted.
fact: he plays Sherlock Holmes's brother in Game of Shadows.
Minecraft.
And
yeah,
another actor who plays Sherlock Holmes is also in the movie.
Yep.
Who could that be?
Right.
I don't know. Martin Freeman.
Oh, you got him. On this case, good job.
Oh no, wait, that's
that's Watson. He's Watson.
Watson. Yeah.
You threw me for a loop. I'm like, wait, what? He's in here?
No.
That other guy?
Would be funny if Robert Downey Jr. was in this movie, though.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine how different?
Oh God.
Okay, if Robert Downey Jr. had played Thorin.
Case, this movie already went way over budget.
Yeah.
But hey, to be fair, at least it would have had some personality.
Oh,
come on now.
Oh.
I'm kidding. No,
This
like I
movie's
said,
great.
I'm digging this. I'm digging this.
Yeah.
I'm digging this.
Desolation of Smaug is great. Somebody. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to be too mean. I like taking shots at people, but not too much. Especially when they're not here to defend themselves. That's not cool.
Oh, ouch.
I love how Biffer has a fish stuck on his axe. I think that's hilarious.
Can't really hide.
By the way, thank you, Arturo. Good luck with that. Responding to the chat.
No. I need to go look at the chat.
You might not want to.
Oh, do we miss Stephen?
Stephen Colbert.
Um, this scene is also extended.
Yes. All of Lake Town is really. A lot of the scenes in Lake Town are. And they're really good. The extended versions add a lot.
Yep.
Like, good stuff.
Yeah, the extended
Okay.
version of this is great.
Okay, so Bard's children are Sigrid, Tilda, and Bane.
Yeah, because who was with him? Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh, Bane.
Trivia
Bane played
question.
by John Bell. And then Sigrid.
I forgot about this.
Yeah,
Sigrid
this
played
was
by-
this is funny.
Yeah, they all get out of the toilet.
He's feeling real shitty now.
Also, the comments made by these comments. Will they bring us luck?
Yeah. Sigrid is played by Peggy Nesbitt. And
Yeah, okay, we know it.
Tilda's played by Mary Nesbitt.
Oh, by the way,
Mrs.
So,
Nesbitt.
speaking of the chat, apparently the chat has been hijacked by Take-Three Productions, and I'm not typing a damn thing. Abe apparently is now in control of the chat. Abe, what the fuck are you doing?
We love you, Abe.
We love you, Abe.
Yeah, what would we do without Abe?
Yes, remember the time
hashtag
Abe
we need
earned
to
a dollar bill?
pay Abe.
Yes, we do.
One of the best live show moments that I've ever seen.
I need to get Abe.
Abe running $1.
Oh, by the way, Girion, Bard's ancestor, is actually, I really like that it's played by Luke Evans, too. He plays both Bard and Girion.
That's odd.
From a dwarvish
Oh.
glance.
How did I not just realize? Oh, yeah. How did I not realize that? Wow.
Yeah. It's cool because his face is only in a couple of shots. So it's kind of hard to notice. But yeah, that's Luke Evans.
He missed. I would.
Technically the left breast, but yes.
Yeah. That's actually another thing that's one of the things I don't like about the animated version is the Smaug Bilbo stuff. Like, it's okay, but you see like flashlights and spotlights coming out of Smaug's eyes, and that's kind of weird, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of that part of the movie. The rest of it's really good.
Thank you, Manning, for your donation.
Oh, no problem. I just realized, I totally forgot to do it, so I wanted to do it now.
Was it on the honey-do list?
Thank you very much.
Pardon?
I said, was it on the honey-do list?
It's gonna be a fucking thing for the rest of the movie.
Jacob, you know we love you, but it's never going away.
So, give it a year, Jacob. It'll die. Maybe. Actually, I have no guarantees.
Yeah. In preparation for the match, for some reason, any character that was on screen for more than 2 scenes, I wanted to know the actor for. And I did it except for 3 or 4 of them.
This
one.
is why you are the winner, Robert.
One of them that Chris asked me the other day that I should know that stuntman was Deagle. I didn't know Deagle's actor.
Interesting.
Oh, they didn't know Deagle was. Yeah, I don't know who Deagle's actor is either. It's okay. You can sleep at night.
I mean, I sleep right up there, so.
All right, we'll be at 1 hour and 20 minutes in 50 seconds. Just a little time update.
Yeah, this scene.
I love the meme that someone made about this. I'll say it when it's there. At 20 seconds, and we're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. Or
Why
80
did he
minutes.
point his arrow at her? He knew exactly who she was. Why did he point her arrow?
Because she
He's
was
just
about to
Do
shoot
the
him.
click. All right, guys, we'll be at 1 hour and 20 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Look, I'm sorry. This is something that also bugs me in fantasy. When you have two people who are just randomly switching languages, it would be like if Case and I had a discussion in Dutch and then switched to English mid-sentence.
Yeah. No, that bothers me too. But I also understand that like they want to show that there is another language.
Meme coming up. Bitch, we weren't even part of the book. Sorry.
This was the quote. Tell me, Mello. When will we let evil
Like
become stronger
she
than us?
said, "Are we not part of this world?" We weren't even in the book.
Well, that's
You're
also,
part
So
as well.
is that a no?
yeah. I was just gonna say,
Aren't
Chris,
you?
that's one of the most underrated moments of the Lord of the
We
Rings.
must
trilogy.
help, please.
Yeah, I love like Dominic Monaghan plays that scene so well. Like I still get teary-eyed watching that. Just, but you're part of this world.
I just get teary-eyed just whenever they hear the music.
Yeah, Two Towers is also kind of like secretly environmentalist. So
Oh,
Oh, it's
no,
not
yeah.
secretly,
yeah.
it's kind of-
Partially why it's so brilliant.
yeah, like when they're
Yeah.
talking about how Saruman used to like love the trees and stuff like that.
the whole Saruman and Ent thing is kind of
Yeah,
really
it's super
environmentalist. Yeah.
It doesn't hit you over the head with it, too. Because as I was a kid, I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I began to
Yeah, it's
realize
super
the
nuanced.
message.
You start
very nuanced.
realizing it once the dam goes.
Mm-hmm.
Break the dam!
Yep.
A fine hit.
Reach the river! Ah!
A hit. A fine hit. I also love this poem that it was included because that was one of Tolkien's poems.
Mm. How is your son supposed to stop this company of dwarves? Who
I
are
can't believe we haven't
super
said
strong?
it yet, but the fact that Orlando Bloom and Luke Evans are both in this movie, and
Yeah.
Evans' costume in this movie looks exactly like Orlando Bloom in Pirates.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was the running joke. Is that
I know, I'm just saying we haven't mentioned it yet, and I felt like it should be said.
exactly? Yeah, no, but while Will Turner was serving aboard the Flying Dutchman, he had to spend some time over in Middle Earth.
I also the scene where Thranduil and Bard are talking in Battle of the Five.
Oh.
There's a scene where it's like, "You look like my son when he went through his pirate phase."
Good job.
Good job.
Oh, I
Cody.
also can't believe we haven't mentioned the fact that Lee Pace is younger than Orlando Bloom.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, 2 years younger.
The fuck? See,
It's
I knew
weird. I know.
I knew he was miscast. Hey, we're over halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, who didn't pull that in the
Why is that guy?
in the tryouts? Son of Thrain, son of Thor. Some people said Thrain.
That one dwarf right there looks like Ben Kingsley to me.
Ah.
I noticed that last movie. Ben Kingsley is the Mandarin.
Free money.
Do not speak to me. Oh wait, that's someone else.
Kill the beast.
It's time to follow me.
Through the snow, through the town. I want now a musical.
This is why he got Gaston. The director saw this scene and was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in the same costume too.
Yeah, just not as red. Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast might be deleted scenes from this movie.
They sound like they're about to break into the mob zone too.
Seriously, that.
Yeah.
It's just it would have been funny in another movie. That might be just me.
I have.
Hello?
Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
yeah, you're back.
I never realized how short the dwarfs are until standing right next to Luke Evans like that. First movie, nothing really stands out to make them seem like dwarfs as far as height.
Because he's the size of
Yeah.
the hobbits. Yeah.
Exactly. They've only
They're a
been
little bit
compared
bigger,
to Bilbo.
but
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What
That's
say you?
Well, and
Oh,
Gandalf.
by the way,
but Gandalf's taller than
that's-
everybody.
That's also a quote from Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
Aragorn
It's the same
to
franchise,
the Army
guys.
of the Dead.
Shots needed.
See what happens when you bend the knee?
Nice.
Nice reference.
Wrong franchise.
Drink.
Take a shot.
We might do this tomorrow, guys, so make sure you bring alcohol.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do a drinking game. Whenever we bring up a different franchise than the one we're watching.
If anyone
sounds
backs
like a
out and you need
bad
me for
idea.
tomorrow, I'll definitely go get some alcohol. That would be fun. Maybe I'll enjoy Battle of Five Armies for my first time drunk.
To be fair, you need to be drunk for that movie.
That's not true.
No.
At least I'm not like Doman and got drunk seeing Unexpected Journey for the first time
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
to get
What?
laid.
Oh.
Which you feel to.
Definitely.
Too bad. So sad.
Yeah.
What a
When I
good
was-
time you would have had.
What I was gonna say before my internet decided that I shouldn't say it was basically when Thorin is making his promise to the people of Lake Town, that kind of goes and if you just look at Thorin's character arc, it goes back to when he was talking to Thranduil about loyalty and honor and keeping your word and helping out friends and things like that. So you see him make this promise, even at this point in time, you know he's not going to keep it. So this little thing when you're dissecting character arcs, what you start having to do after seeing
This
these
departure
movies
is also
15
silly.
times.
Boom.
Oh. Well, we needed another dwarf to stay behind, so why not?
Why?
Well,
Like,
the
that's
four
what
of
I
them
don't
stay
get.
behind.
But what? Why? Anyway.
Because reasons.
One was
Yeah.
That's a movie.
yeah.
Yeah, you missed it.
Or was it only 3? 4? Oh no, yeah, 4.
No, it's Dory, Filikili, and Bofer.
No, it's that's Oin.
That's
Oin. He's
Okay,
the one with the earpiece. That's Oin.
yeah. Okay. I got mine.
Dory is played by Mark Hadlow. He is the other gray-haired one. Also, that shot's another hero shot.
I love this shot.
This shot is
Another hero
great.
shot. Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
Are you in any trailer, in any like thing where I have the Hobbit in there? That's the shot I always use, just because it is so perfect as a shot.
Yeah.
Thorin's shot or the reveal of the mountain?
The reveal of the mountain. That's
Yeah.
usually my opening shot when I do Hobbit stuff, like when I do editing.
Yeah. It's. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're
that's Dory indeed.
Title
you're right.
drop.
Yep. That's her
Title
with
drop.
the bun, with the man bun.
About to get a title drop.
Yeah.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of Gandalf, let's go back to him because we haven't seen him in a while.
Insert Batman transition.
Yeah, and there we go.
As long as it's not an Evan transition.
Gandalf! You see, Manny, you set me up, and then I go with a joke.
Oh, and by the way, wrong franchise once again.
And I guess it's his Robin. It's his Robin, because he, birds are in his hat. Okay. I'm sure you know.
And suddenly we're comparing the Hobbit to Batman.
God, that was so.
Oh God, no. See, the thing is, you can always trust a good doctor.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Drink.
By the way,
You are welcome.
it's a trap. Oh wait, wrong franchise.
God,
I'm so glad we're not doing it tonight.
this.
We'd be dead. We'd be dead.
that drinking game needs to be played one time.
I say, and yet we have the originator of the Take 3 drinking game, Henry Sanchez, on the panel. So
It's all good, man. It's all good. I swear, I noted that this started to bug me. Like when you see reoccurring things in movies, I'm like, oh my God, stop patronizing us. We know it's all good. It's okay to lose sometimes.
it's all good, man. It's all good.
Have you noticed you don't say it as much now, though?
I don't.
Oh my goodness.
You talk.
I just noticed that.
What did
It's
I
all
miss?
good, man.
I just noticed you say that.
What happened?
He just noticed
no,
that he says that you say it's all good
It's
all the
all
time.
good.
Especially after the first round, you're
all
like,
good.
hey, you didn't score a single point
It's
in the
all
first
good.
round, but it's all good, man.
Hey, the last guy got 4 points. You got nothing, and
It's all good.
Yeah.
you'll be right.
Don't worry,
just
man.
It's
Make
funny,
that a
honestly.
meme. Just make it a meme with,
I say, yeah, Joey,
Make that a meme.
Joey,
Anyone
Joey,
right now.
If you were watching this,
Yeah, Joey Moran.
make that a meme.
It's all good.
It's like,
I will
had a full
find him.
performance
Oh,
tonight.
wait, wrong franchise.
Or do a gift. It's all good.
It's
and
all
then
good.
have someone take a shot right after. Like that'd be great.
By the way, guys, I mentioned yet another
that's great.
franchise. I'm sorry.
Oh Jesus!
Case. Why you gotta do this? Why?
Just
At this point, we should do every other mention.
I can open up the other beers that I have. But I tried to watch this one sober because I like this one.
All these great shots, sir. I mean, professional CGI aside, The shots are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good God, yes.
Andrew Leslie, rest in peace.
Just like most movies, though, whenever you have a blend of real people and CG, it's noticeable. But so it's better when the CG scene's just by itself. But it still looks good overall.
I agree with that.
Even like on Game of Thrones, the dragon is great, but when you see Dany or pretty much Dany on the dragon, it's very noticeable. But the dragon by itself is definitely beautiful.
Yeah, but half the time she's naked when she's on the dragon. So you know what? Whatever. It's all good.
And sometimes Tyrion's outside the door.
Spoiler alert for Game of Thrones season 7.
Yeah, especially because
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
So it wouldn't have been a spoiler. So now people are gonna.
No, it's all good, guys. Don't worry about it.
It is all good, man.
It's all good.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A. Game over, man.
Okay, wrong franchise.
Wrong franchise.
Drink a drink.
We would be so hammered right now. Like,
Oh man.
we should have watched this before Battle of Five Armies, so we'd be drunk by the time it starts. So we don't have to...
See, this is the part right around here on this cliff face that you really see Thorin turn greedy and rude and go back on honor and loyalty.
I really wanted to do a Game of Thrones spoiler reference with this scene right here, but I obviously I won't.
Just don't.
Yeah, right now you just see Thorin in like his most desperate state. See, this is what like
That makes it okay. When people are desperate, they turn to being dicks, and that's actually a good character moment. Because that's the most realistic thing you see. People are dicks when they're under pressure.
Yeah, which is what I think. I mean, last movie, somebody I don't remember who said that like they didn't really like Richard Armitage as Thorin. I think it's in these moments that he's so nuanced, and unless somebody's pointed it out or you've watched this movie a dozen times, like I have, like unless you're in that kind of situation, you're not going to notice it. But upon rewatches, you can really dig into the characters and see just how nuanced the performance is, which is why I love Richard Armitage as Thorin.
Nope. Don't drop it.
All right. John Selvey just joined us in the chat. John, do you need a time update?
Was that the key to Jacob's heart manning?
1 minute 38 and 30 seconds.
Franchise reference. Take a shot.
One
1
hour 30.
The Jacob and Manning show.
1 hour 38 minutes is coming up in 15 seconds.
Seems like an interesting sitcom.
In 10 seconds, we'll be at
Or
1
rom-com.
hour 38 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 hour 38 minutes.
I do like this reveal. I do actually like this reveal.
Oh, it's great.
That last light isn't necessarily the sun.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great moment. It's a great moment in the books too.
When the thrush knocks. Once again, the lighting. I know I praised the lighting in the last movie, but once again here, the lighting on that wall is just looks beautiful. It looks magical.
So
Do it, Bilbo.
Yeah, John, I'm going to give you a 5 count now. Sorry. Bad job.
The last light of Durin's day will shine upon the keyhole. See, this is the moment where you notice that Thorin notices that, oh man, we did it. We made it. We can get inside now. Let me get my gold. Balin, okay, this is a conversation that we haven't had yet either. Which dwarf has the best facial hair?
Bomber.
Might be Bomber.
Alright, that's respectable. I think
I need like a lineup.
we go on. There's a bunch of good images
that's
on
it. That's the thing. We
interwebs.
just had the fucking lineup.
Bomber. Yeah.
A beard off.
Oh, here's
Oh, perfect. Lineup.
Like the usual suspects, and let's look at
no. Okay, it's either Bofer or Balin.
No, it's
'Cause look at
glowing.
Balin. Balin's got his beard
Just,
goes like
just look at Gloin's braid. It's it's nuts.
Nori's got some good. He's got like a triangle on his head too. But Bofer's mustache is so perfectly like it's so perfectly capped on both sides. It's wonderful. Also, this is probably the second best moment that Ken Stott has in the entire trilogy. That's Balin.
Yeah, as Balin, yeah.
Yeah.
When he like starts crying because he remembers the halls.
Yeah.
My heart.
He's great in this.
Yeah.
I do wish a lot of the other dwarves had their moments to shine because I feel like they're
A little bit.
Who's the guy on the left right now?
That's
unused.
Nori.
Dory.
Nori and
Nori.
Gloin.
Nori has a pretty good beard.
Yeah, Nori and Gloin. Nori's got the tri-braid, yeah.
Yeah.
The best moment for Ken Stott, though, is in Battle of the Five Armies when he tells Bilbo, he goes, when he's talking about the Arkenstone, and he's like, it's a fierce and jealous love, Bilbo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best one, for me, at least.
Apparently,
That's why you're here.
A fierce and jealous love?
Sorry, bro. but
Terribly one-sided, but
Oh. Guess which?
top or bottom side.
Ooh.
Hmm.
That's true. Which one of you is the Leonardo DiCaprio and which one of you is the Kate Winslet?
Oh, jeez.
Well, we established that.
Manning's the bear, Jacob's the Leo.
Wow.
Best. Well, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Can we move that one? Jesus.
It's a trivia question. Who got the King's foil? That was the question.
Yeah, Bofer. You got that as well. Good for you.
Did he miss a question?
No, not in the match itself.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought not.
Yeah, any question that was
I don't
asked directly to me, I did not miss. I did miss a steal in box office, but I don't really count that.
Yeah, that's.
See, this is the difference really between Balin and Thorin. Is Balin's like, it's alright if you turn back, and Thorin's really pushing him to it. And then this, I think, is a really great moment for Martin Freeman. Is like, I must try. I think that's a great moment.
Balin's my favorite dwarf.
Case, just shut your mouth.
I know. I will.
Thank you.
But still, there is no try. Sorry.
God damn it. Take a fucking shot every time he says that.
At this point, let's just make it if Case makes a reference. Just do something so we won't die.
Yeah, that's good advice, Balin. Thank you. I will definitely do something with that.
Yeah, I definitely think Balin is my favorite dwarf.
See? My point. Balin is the best dwarf.
I do like Dwalin.
And now for the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, Dwalin is really close. Very
Actually,
close.
not. Oh, wait. Okay,
Ah! I was getting all excited.
never mind. I got my time.
This scene's not bad.
All right.
Does he find out the necromancer is who we think he is in this episode? I'm sorry, or the episode, because it's Star Wars. In this movie, or is that Battle of the Five Armies?
He doesn't officially know that it's Sauron until Battle of the Five Armies, but he definitely has hunches, especially in the extended edition, because there's a certain character.
Wait, who knows that the necromancer is Sauron? Gandalf. He knows it in this movie.
Yeah.
He does. Okay.
Yeah, especially in the extended edition, there's a character that he meets at Dol Guldur in the ruins where they are now.
Thrain.
Yeah, he meets Thrain alive, just like gone insane. So,
yeah, I remember seeing that one.
So in that scene, we see like the necromancer take Thrain back. But that's when he kind of really finds out. I mean, he always knew, but yeah, that's another cool thing is with the extended edition, when talking about the Dwarven rings, it's another flashback to the Battle of Moria with Thrain having his ring on, and then when the flashback comes out, Thrain's finger is cut off right there, and there's no ring on it, so you know that Sauron got it back.
There we are.
Oh yeah, this is where he finds out. You're right.
Yep.
It's like, come on, just show yourself, coward.
Yeah. One thing that a little bit about that whole adaptation process, especially in Lord of the Rings, I think they really understate Gandalf's power. Because, I mean, in the extended edition of Return of the King, the Witch King breaks his staff. Or Sauron, somebody breaks his staff. I think it's the Witch King.
It's the Witch King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
extended version of Return of the King.
Which is ridiculous because... and even right now, his staff... Well, I mean, this is Sauron, so it's a little different. But, I mean, in the books, Gandalf fought off all 9 Nazgul for 9 days straight on the top of Weathertop on Amon Sul. He fought off 9 Nazgul for like almost 2 weeks. So that's one thing that I get for like theatrical elements. You have to change
Larry
things.
recognizes him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
tripping.
Tripping. Yeah.
Am I watching Doctor Strange? Oh wait, MCU wrong franchise.
Oh, take a shot.
Okay, we can't do this tomorrow. We're gonna die.
And guys, just give you a quick update. You might have noticed Jacob left the video. Unfortunately, a good buddy of his who's serving in the Australian military is apparently in his area, so he went to go see him. So I guess I'm sort of taking over for the rest of the evening, and
oh god damn it!
Oh, I know. It's gonna be awful. It's just gonna suck.
Bummer.
Because nothing fun ever happens when I run the show.
Are you inviting Evan on now? Is that what's happening?
Oh fuck!
Oh,
no!
No. Did I mention no? By the way, sorry.
All right, about to hit minute 49.
An hour 49.
Hour 40. You know what I
mean. A minute 49.
A minute 49.
Yes.
Damn, we just started this movie.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The cheese.
Where did the time go?
Apparently nowhere.
In about 10 seconds, 1 hour 49 minutes.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hour 49.
Bilbo is looking for the Arkenstone in the best scene of the trilogy.
Oh, I don't know about that. One of the
In my
best.
opinion. In my opinion.
Yes.
It's my opinion, damn it, and it matters. No.
I was gonna say, is it in your professional opinion, Case?
Well, look, for me personally,
As long as you guys maintain professionalism, we'll be good.
thank you, Manny.
Yep. Nope. That's it. All right. Yes. And for the record,
Callback.
and thank you. And for the record, you know, if Evan was available, we'd have him on. But what if I told you he was with a girl right now?
No, he is actually at school.
Oh,
that's right. That's tomorrow night. He's with a girl. Never mind.
he's at school. What time is it? There's
There's an eye. There's an eye. There's an eye right there. There's an eye.
Yeah, no, Bilbo, put that damn ring on.
Put that ring on, Bilbo. New subject.
Oh, look, as Beyonce, you should have put a ring on it. Sorry.
Beyonce. Wait, wasn't Doctor Strange listening to Beyonce? Oh, wrong franchise.
Wrong franchise?
Wrong franchise.
Beyonce, wrong franchise.
Sorry for that.
See, and I love how every
This
time we
is-
do one of these live events, there's always a new joke that can come from it. So eventually, guys, we're just going to have to put in like a little blooper reel of some of the best running jokes of Take 3.
That's going to be
What's going
fun.
to happen?
Who's gonna
That's
edit that
great.
one?
Abe, after you pay him.
It's all good.
You done messed up now, AA Ron.
Just watched that yesterday. Still funny. Oh,
Good job.
scene is so good. You can feel the tension, and you know Bilbo's not going to die, but at the same time, you can feel the anxiety and the tension that he's having because
He looks
it's
good.
very good.
Wow.
And Benedict Cumberbatch is a fantastic Smaug. Fantastic.
Benedict Cumberbatch is
Am I the first
fantastic
one
every
who has
time.
seen this for the first time, knowing what he's like in studio?
Yeah, I mean, I did not see him in studio, but when you do see him in studio, you see him just slithering around and everything. He goes ham.
Yeah, he does.
He's all about getting
I got chills. His voice is so terrifying.
Yeah.
Also his performance. If you've never seen it before, look up how Benedict Cumberbatch performs Smaug on YouTube. It's amazing. It's so
Yes,
entertaining.
We were just talking
to watch
about
that.
that.
Yeah, we were
Crawls-
just mentioning that.
Crawls all over.
Nobody listens to us, Robert.
It's alright.
I'm just very into this scene, so I'm not hearing you
I
guys
understand. This is your favorite scene. I'll let you enjoy
That is
it.
very respectable. Sorry.
too much.
Also, I believe this scene is extended in the extended versions. There's more of a conversation.
Right?
Like I think it's only a couple of lines, but I do believe there's more added.
Could be. I'm not sure.
I think so.
You are.
Hello.
So charming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There, the CGI was noticeable.
I mean,
See, when you
Yeah.
when you go, when you
It's black
compare-
black edges that make it look a
Mhm.
little iffy.
there are
Yeah.
times, but like at the same time, looking at that shot right there, you can tell why this movie got nominated for Best Visual Effects.
Yes. Flattery will keep you alive.
One thing that does bother me about this scene, and it might just be the TV I'm watching it on right now because I had Blu-ray troubles with resolution, but that's a whole different story. Is I think the gold coins look exactly like the color that Smaug is, which bothers me just a little bit. I wish he was. I mean, that might just be what I'm watching right now, but
Underhill.
Underhill.
Underhill. My name is Underhill.
Baggins? Oh, I know Baggins. Frodo Baggins. He's right over there.
You goddamn snitch.
Oh, I was watching a behind the scenes thing, and Martin Freeman was never directed to do the whole smelling thing. He just kind of did that.
Did he know that Smaug would be up close to him, or
Yeah.
was it just like?
Yeah. No, they just knew. He knew like the distance there.
Okay.
And he just kind of threw that in, and they kept it.
Awesome. Oh.
Oh, in fact, I do know that this scene is definitely extended because Smaug talks about quite a bit about Thorin, like an extended. There's an extended moment where he's like, "Oh, Oakenshield is like."
Oh wait, that's yet to come.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Evan's in the chat.
Oh boy, here comes trouble. Hi, Evan.
Evan.
There we go.
I just love how boisterous and booming, and I mean, a lot of that is in the sound editing, but a lot of it is in Cumberbatch's voice as well. I love just the sound of Smaug.
Mm-hmm.
You better get the black arrow ready.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's true, because the elves sure as hell won't take him in.
Not if I stick you first. Sorry.
Same franchise.
Wait,
Same franchise.
Wait, you're in the
Yay!
franchise.
We're on track.
That's the first.
Minus the fact that you have one big gaping weakness, my friend.
Yeah. See, one thing I actually do kind of like, I mean, I'm contradicting myself now. Earlier I was saying I didn't like the Smaug scene in the animated version of the movie. One thing I do like is when Bilbo points out that he's got a scale loose, Smaug like flips onto his back and he's like, "Look, check it out. You sure?" And Bilbo's like, "Yup, it's right there."
That's odd.
You know, you're supposed to throw stuff on the docks to keep the people
Yeah.
from getting you. Just saying.
Stop the vandal. Keep it sealed. Keep it safe.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Same franchise. Yay, we're on track.
Guys, we're doing a real good job right now.
Oh no.
What the heck just happened?
Oh, smooth.
No one gets chased like Gaston, tripped like Gaston.
God damn it, Alfred.
And there's
Alfred
LeFou betrayed him.
Oh, LeFou. What if Ryan Gage
Yeah.
played LeFou
Ow.
instead of Josh
Wouldn't this
Gad?
be as charming? Wouldn't it be as... I'm not sure he can sing, though.
Probably not. Well, maybe. Who knows? Right here, yeah. This is another good exchange for Thorin's character.
You're not yourself.
Bilbo.
Bilbo.
His name is Bilbo.
Here. This is what you talked about.
Yeah. I did think this was only been the extended cut. It's been a while since I've seen the only the theatrical cut. Same goes for Lord of the Rings, actually. It's been a while since I've only seen the theatrical cut.
That is not. The quest stands upon the edge of a knife.
Stray but a little, and it will fail.
I did not think that.
All.
Yeah, talking about the match.
That wasn't a match.
I didn't think Jan was gonna miss that one.
I was surprised he missed it.
Yeah, it kind of cost him. You know, just saying.
Well, I mean, so did
real
box
armor.
Office. Yeah. So those are the ones from Dol Guldur, and then we don't see the Gundabad ones until Battle of the Five Armies.
Mm-hmm.
Gundabad.
Wunderbar. Guten Tag.
Ooh, this is another quote thing. Smaug just said, "I will not part with a single piece, or not one coin. A single coin, not one piece of it." That is the exact same line that Thorin delivers in Battle of the Five Armies. When Bilbo is trying to convince him to keep his word to the people of Lake Town, Thorin, there's like a little slow motion bit, and Thorin says that exact same line. "I will not part with a single coin, not one piece of it."
Uh-oh.
Little comparisons like that are really fun to notice upon multiple rewatches.
Would you corrupt him? Damn it.
Nope.
Poof.
You didn't let him answer, Smaug. Come on.
Aww. That's a fun question. If Smaug asked you how you wanted to die, how would you choose?
Well, if he gave me time to actually answer, Probably
Yeah.
fire, because that'd be
I
cool.
would say fire. It'd be real quick.
Death by fire. Oh
I'd
crap!
rather-
Game
Wrong
of Thrones
franchise.
teach this
Death.
anything.
By exile.
I demand trial by combat. Damn, wrong franchise.
More like a trial by
I understand
fire.
their purpose.
Trial by fire. Nice.
Love.
There you go, Joey.
The firing squad.
Tell that to poor Dickon.
Tell that to Kanji Club? Oh no, wait. Sorry.
Oh, that was a good one. I wish I would. I should have caught on
The
that.
best
earlier.
line Mark Ellis ever said.
So,
I don't know. Give me that. Fruit Boy was pretty great.
yeah. Which match was that in?
Still a classic.
Mads versus Bibiani.
Okay. Did you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
see? Off side note, did you guys see today's?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I did.
Well, we shouldn't talk about it. Well,
No.
I just want to know if you guys saw it or not yet.
We saw it.
Oh, bye, dear.
That was Sigrid.
That'd be pretty dark if they just.
If they'd actually kill her, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be. Whew.
It's the Athelas.
This would be pretty cool if we did get some.
Yeah, if there were a little bit more stakes, that's true.
Oh.
See.
What do you hit her with? Because she should at least be hurt. That looks like a sword.
Yeah.
No, I think he just hit it.
Is this makeup on the orcs?
No.
Because they're
No, this looks practical.
moving
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah, this.
I think I do believe the ones that come into Lake Town are all practical.
Well, he doesn't look
Wow.
practical, but
The ones in the house, I think, are.
oh,
I could
look,
be wrong though. I guess I really don't know for sure.
Tariel. Yay!
Tariel.
I mean, come on, she had to save her
look.
man.
Like, they just met. Why?
Because Warner Brothers is trying to be Disney. They did that with Quest for Camelot. Now they're trying to do it with this.
For Camelot.
Oh my goodness! Quest for Camelot. That's a deep cut.
It's
So
also
like,
a bad movie.
how you know,
I
I had
Wait a minute.
about
yeah.
Abe, you're married? What?
I saw that in the chat. Yeah, had Battle of the Five Armies gone a different way, how long do you think it would have been until like after they met, until Tariel and Killy got married?
Like right away.
Like right away? You think? You don't think it would have taken a couple months?
Oh, okay. That was so stupid. It was cool.
It was
No,
cool. Yeah,
that
it
was
is.
great.
So think
It's
couple months.
basically like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Robert.
No. You go.
Okay, I was just saying, it's like for every Legolas moment in this Hobbit series, they basically took what he did in Return of the King with the elephant, Mumakil, and just did that for every scene with him. Made it over the top and amazing. Now, Robert, you can go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so it'd probably be a couple months after they meet, and I was just gonna ask you how long you've known Jacob for.
Well, it's a personal question, but it's,
Sorry, I can lay off a little bit.
how long have we done Take 3? Or you
It
guys?
doesn't
have done it,
matter
I've
how
just been
long
here.
he's known him because he had him
Okay,
at
so
Hello.
officially the channel started on August 28th, 2016. The first match was in very early November. That's when
Wow.
that was when I got involved.
Almost a year.
Hasn't
That's the
been a
first
year
match,
yet.
I mean.
Coming up on it though.
Yeah. 1 year anniversary, guys. Or I guess for the official match, we'll say 1 year anniversary.
Yay.
And I'm about
Yes,
to just
I'm
have
fine.
my
Thank
second.
you for asking.
Once again, this is insight into Thorin being
Yeah.
way more obsessed with the Arkenstone and the gold than he cares about Bilbo.
I'm fine, Thorin. Thanks for asking.
I'm super. Thanks for asking. Sorry. Wrong franchise.
Case.
You're turning into Colonel Clink from Hogan's Heroes. Kees! Hogan!
Con. Oh wait, wrong
Yeah.
franchise.
Well, right actor.
Wrong move. Just
Wrong
not
movie that came out in
right.
2013.
You will not pass.
Oh, come on. They're going to get
by the way, also a movie that came out in 2013. Funny.
Yeah.
In my opinion, a better movie. Sorry.
Desolation of Smaug is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, like.
What are you comparing it to? I missed it.
Desolation of Smaug,
Star Trek Into Darkness.
I think Smaug is way better than Star Trek Into Darkness. I do like Into Darkness, but
It's not like
Desolation
both
of
have
Smaug is
Benedict Cumberbatch.
They did. As a villain.
Oh, I can mention this again when we were doing Battle of Five Armies, but when Battle of Five Armies was in theaters, there were 3 movies in the theater at the same time that starred Benedict Cumberbatch.
Imitation Game.
1,
Yep.
Battle of Five Armies. 2, you guys know what the third one is? It's animated.
Oh, that's
Um,
hard.
Penguins of Madagascar.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Those
Nobody
3,
remembers that movie.
I mean, I do. I saw it in theaters.
I'm sorry.
I caught it on cable. It looked fine.
It was
Still
all
sorry.
right. It was all right.
Man, that is one hell of a elvish orgasm ritual she's going through.
I
And I
wish.
think he's about to have one too.
Oh.
And
Brazzers.
climax.
Yeah. Just screenshot this, add browsers. Perfect.
I was thinking that earlier when Thorin was like, these walls are so familiar, Brazzers.
Jesus.
But I thought there were no dwarf women.
Someone are mistaken that there are no dwarf moon. It's the beards.
Spirits.
But they just sprout out of holes in the ground. That's at the very beginning of the second disc of the extended edition of Two Towers.
Yeah, extended. Yeah.
Oh god, I'm not looking forward to doing disc changes.
Yeah, disc changes are going to be a little bit rough.
Yeah, just pause the movie.
Yeah.
Does somebody have
Just
it where
have
it's
like
not
a-
disc change? It's all in one disc for people?
I have a version where it's a 4-hour movie.
Oh, really?
So I have a pause in the middle, so I can pause then and continue when you guys start again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I have the versions where it's disc changes as well.
yeah. Just have like a little bathroom break for everyone.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's terrifying.
It's a great shot, though.
It is.
Yikes. Just don't look down or up.
Yeah. In a minute, they're going to head over to the Western Guard Room. Just previewing that. Go
Why
ahead.
is he laying on the walnuts?
I don't know. She cleans up nice, though.
No, the walnuts!
Yeah, that's
What?
Owen,
It's-
the healer.
Yeah, the walnuts.
Stanley Walnuts.
Is that a hose reference?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Just met her over yourself.
No holes in your logic.
It's just a dream? You mean she's not actually there performing healing medicine on you?
It was all a dream.
Once upon a dream. Next thing you know, it's got breaking into.
It was
Oh,
only
God.
just a dream.
Used to read Word Up magazine.
I know.
I walked with you once upon.
Wrong franchise.
No, no.
Not really a franchise,
Oh,
just
wow.
a movie.
Finally, some dead people.
Dead dwarfs in Moria.
That sounded dark. I'm sorry.
This is Erebor, not Moria. My bad.
You have some fetishes, Henry.
Trying to see some death.
Death fetish.
I'm not vegan. I want some steaks.
You want
Well,
some?
that's what
How
Smog's
does
thinking.
roasted dwarf sound?
Crisp.
Wow. Awesome.
Got one-liners for days.
You could say it's a deep cut. No.
Mm.
By the way, we're almost at 2 hours and 16 minutes. This will be the last time update, just to make sure everyone is synced.
Well, what's the runtime on this? 2.5, right? Right
2
about.
hours 41,
241 before credits.
including credits, by the way.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like before taking out the credits.
Yeah. I guess I never realized how long
Right.
the theatrical versions were because I always just sat through the extended.
15 seconds until 2 hours and 16 minutes. 10,
Run away!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 hours and 16 minutes.
I think this is another
Let it
one of those
burn.
moments in the Forges where it's like a little bit cartoony, a little bit dumb, but it looks kind of nice, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is this kind of does Smaug a little bit of a disservice. Smaug should be smarter, but it's a
Yeah.
fun scene.
Yeah, I agree.
These are definitely some of the additions where I'm not sure how I feel having Legolas and then Bolg, I think his name is.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
I'm
goes
okay
back
with
to the
it.
fact of Legolas.
Yeah. Like his inclusion you're talking about?
Yeah, because I feel like it takes away from the dwarves, and I want to know about their story. Because theirs, to me, is the most compelling. And Bilbo's, of course.
There's one moment, though, that I really like about this fight here. When he punches him in the nose or whatever, and he bleeds, and you just see that moment of realization, like, oh, I can bleed.
What are you showing, Henry?
Mike sent us in our group chat a Chris Day post. From a month from now, it will be a year since I debut on WWMT, and here the thing I realize it has been full of drama and corruption. The corrupt.
Yes, all the corruption.
Oh yeah, by the way, Chris Clark, you're a bitch.
That's beautiful. He's a pathetic loser.
Wrong. I forgot to submit my intro
And
song
he's
for my
like-
match coming up, Chris.
I'm bleeding. Fuck.
Yeah, right there. He's like, what is this?
What is
What
this
is
red
this?
substance protruding from my nose?
What is this
Oh.
thing?
Blood.
Oh, wait. Wrong franchise. Sorry. Yay, let's go to the kingdom of Angmar.
That looked terrible. That shot was very cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
CGI is very hit or miss.
But when it hits,
But when it
hits like-
misses,
Just
It misses
run
worse
through the
than
door,
Stormtroopers.
you dipshit.
franchise.
Yeah, usually it's the green screen.
Whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, all the stuff in the Forges is a little bit cartoony, but I still enjoy it. I still love it. I think it's still, for the most part, really well made, well shot. Visual effects still look good.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like this to me that could have been cut.
Yeah.
Which goes back to the idea of 2 movies, but that's
And
just
now
me.
I'm standing atop
Oh,
the
that's
dragon.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool,
that's
I'm
a
not gonna
great
lie.
shot right there. That is a great shot.
Like, use your fire already.
Like that?
Like that.
Light
Just
it
being in
up.
proximity to that fire would have burned them, or at least singed something.
Light up the bastard.
Have we not?
Yeah, we do.
I love these insults he throws at him. Old and slow and fat in your dotage.
Mm.
The Desolation of Slug.
Slughead. Oh, wait.
Also, that's not how
And dead.
They all
yeah,
died.
they dead.
No, Bomber's dead, let's be honest.
if not a little bit singed.
Their
for sure.
beard should
or at
definitely be a little
least-
crispy.
Or at least his edges are crisp.
One thing's for sure, he's about to get a lot thinner. Oh, wrong franchise.
Yeah. Good reference. Good ball.
His hands hurt there for real. Dildo Baggins.
No, Jesus.
Oh God.
No.
That's the parody.
Had to go. Hey, had to go there.
Brazzers.
No. He's yeah, Dota about Baggins. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Frodo Swaggins.
Save your comebacks for Chris Day, Chris Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks bad.
That kind of looked like a cutscene from
All we need is a basilisk fang.
Hello there. Sorry.
I shall burn you, but I will walk up first.
Oh, snap.
Is that a Morton Joe's water? Don't get used to water. You will. What does he say? You'll.
Oh
something
God,
when you
now I'm
without
having
it?
Jane Gnosis flashbacks. Actually, yeah, I kind of like that scene.
It's a little bit like the Droid Factory, yeah. Only better.
A little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
You know, to be honest, the Doors' whole plan, I still don't really know how to feel about it.
No, this was like we need more time in the movie. What do we do?
Yeah, like you know it's dragged out.
I'm surprised they haven't called him a yellow belly yet.
Because because in the book doesn't after their conversation with Bilbo, he goes to Lake Town. There is no conversation with the dwarves, correct?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, Smaug basically goes, "Oh, I mean, really, what happened? The conversation that happens in the throne room with Smaug, he's, oh, you're from Lake Town," and Bilbo's like,
yeah,
"No, don't kill them," and Smaug's like, "Oh, so you care for them? Let me go burn."
That looked terrible.
Then you will watch them die.
That lava looks like syrup.
It's gold.
I wouldn't know because it looks so bad.
I need to get to the grocery store. Let me take my wheelbarrow.
To Costco.
He's charging Smaug with the wheelbarrow. I'm like, oh my god.
For Costco.
I love this movie. But...
I wonder if there's enough room for Jack on there.
Jack, hold on.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
Instead of melting.
Nice one.
Manning, would you let Jacob up?
I beg your pardon?
Would you have let Jacob up?
I don't know. That depends. Would his force on the door cause the entire thing to fall over?
Yes,
Depends on both
together.
of you. It depends on the consent of you.
They tested it.
No comment.
They both could have been on.
To keep things interesting, no comment. No comment.
For now.
The suspense is killing me. You should draw the movie out to 3 instead of 1.
One pissed off dragon coming up.
Mm-hmm. There's another moment here when Thorin,
hide.
When Thorin's about to unveil the statue, and he's like, "This is dwarf land and dwarf gold." I really like that moment.
That's racist.
Ding.
You care for them. Then you can watch them die.
So good. He's so menacing.
Yeah. Smaug is done so well.
Oh, yeah.
And the Battle of the Five Armies does him so wrong.
Well, the Battle of the Five Armies is
know.
basically Act 4 of this movie.
Yeah. I would have loved it if they made like the ending when they actually took down Smaug, because it's
Battle of the Five Armies is if you ended Empire Strikes Back. Essentially.
I don't know.
Including something. You can.
I don't mind the beginning of Battle of Five Armies. I think it actually does a really good job of getting you caught back up again to where you are. And
yeah, but it's just such like a small section what we get for Smaug, who was a big threat in this one.
Yeah, it feels a little bit rushed, the beginning of him burning Lake Town.
Yeah, it just is way too rushed because Smaug is such a cool character. This movie ends on such a high that you're like, oh my god, I want to see this. I waited a year to see what would happen, and then he's dead within 10 minutes, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, they make the most least interesting villain. They kill him off, and then
in the least interesting way.
Yeah, although that's how he dies in the book, so that's not surprising. It's
a faithful adaptation.
They should have put that at the end of the
dragon meet giant dwarf. It's beautiful. Oh, wrong franchise.
Oh my.
Does anyone know which one it is, though?
Brazzers.
No. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that the answer to everything, Henry? Brazzers, just
I am Groot.
all Brazzers all day.
Brazzers.
So how did that melt?
Well, it never really
they-
solidified.
Oh, okay. That's all I need to know.
It never really cooled off. Yeah, it just stood in the form long enough for him to look at it.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Oh,
And then-
that's so
Gold
cool.
Dragon.
And now he's
I summon my blue eyes gold dragon.
I
He's
feel
a-
like we should put a poll up, but
That's
that
what
will
Game of
spoil.
Thrones
That
needs,
will
the gold dragon.
Yeah, no, that will spoil Game of Thrones. So I'm not gonna pull that poll up.
Yeah,
That's why all I said was that.
that's a cool shot.
That's a
Yeah.
great shot.
That
Him
is
shaking
amazing.
off and hold off.
yeah, for a hot minute.
Dragon.
For a hot minute, he was King Ghidorah.
That's
No,
It was Midas.
I love this ending though.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
ending was great.
it is.
Oh, Case, do you know this one's last line?
I am fire. I am death. But that is not the last line, because the last line is Bilbo
What
saying,
have we done?
What have we done?
Fire.
Smaug hyping himself up.
Yeah, he's his own hype man.
Yeah. He has to be. Poor guy's by himself.
Yeah. What if it was just a little baby dragon on the mic?
That was a great shot.
What have we done?
End of the movie.
And that's the movie.
Can we just count
That's a
one
great
second
ending.
And then the song.
real quick? Yeah. Ed Sheeran sings "I See Fire" in the post credit, and this post credit song is fantastic.
wow.
I can't tell if I like the ending song though, because I know it's Ed Sheeran. It takes me out of the movie just like that.
Oh,
I like the ending. I like the song. But
it's the least of the three end credit songs because the others are the "Song of the Misty Mountains" sung by I forget his
great song.
name, but that's a really really good one because it's a different arrangement.
Yeah.
Then,
This
and
is-
then Billy Boyd's is really 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 good.
yes.
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 Yeah, no, this is my favorite song as well.
Oh, this is my least favorite of the three. But
Yeah,
I still
that's
like
all
it a lot.
opinions.
Is the end in fire?
Actually, a
A
buddy of mine covered this song shortly after it came out, and he got a lot of views for it.
Ooh, nice.
Too.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's kind of what he does for a living now. He just does, Disney songs, pop songs, cover songs. It's pretty much his living now.
What's his name?
Jonathan Young.
Wait,
Oh,
Jonathan
come on,
Young.
Come on, Manny. Come on. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The guy who
Didn't he do Help? He did that. Wait, what was that cover?
Well,
Was
okay.
it-
He did a whole shit ton of the Disney ones. Hellfire.
There's.
I'll make a man out of
That's
you.
it.
Yep.
That's okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It turns out we grew up about 20 minutes from each other, and we went to college together. So that's how I know him. And I just blew your damn mind.
Just pulling a Smaug, destroying a mountain.
Smaug.
I don't like. I just don't like the way they say it. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Schmaug.
Smog.
Smaug. All right. So, as we've all been saying, this has been the Desolation of Smaug. Let's
Smaug.
go around the panel and let's get some final thoughts. Henry,
Yes, sir.
what did you think? What did you think of the second installment in the Hobbit trilogy?
I think I had more fun with the first one, but this one is definitely a better movie. So they're pretty equal in a sense, but I'll definitely give this one a little bit higher rating. I'm going to go 8.2 out of 10.
Oh,
Really-
wow.
I liked it a lot, but I think that I had a lot more fun. Probably on rewatch, other than the last, 45 minutes? On rewatch, I think I'd rather watch the first one. But overall, it's a lot better as far as quality. CG is not as bad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Manning, what'd you think of the film, man?
I definitely. Well, I enjoyed it about the same. Nope. What?
Okay, no, I was gonna say, did you enjoy it more this time, or is it about the same?
It's about the same, I would say. The problems that I had with it prior, basically with the inclusion of characters and stuff that feels rushed and extended in strange points. I still feel that way. But then again, there are so many great moments. Like that Smaug moment with Bilbo is still my favorite moment in the entire trilogy. And there are a lot of great supporting casts that I just wish we were focused on the dwarves a bit more. If we're going out of 10, I probably might have to give this a solid maybe 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10. It's solid, it's good, but I can't love it because I still have that idea of Lord of the Rings, and that kind of informs me of what I feel about this one in particular, because you can't really distance them too much because it's in the same world by the same director with some of the same characters, and just seeing how great that one was, this one does still feel like a dip in quality.
All right, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Clark, thoughts?
I feel like I kind of like the first one better, like Henry, but I really also felt this was a fun movie too. So I would give it like a high 7, like 7.9 out of 10. It was great. It was fun. Again, I'm not seeing the flaws in these movies. I'm finding them fun. So, and I love the Lord of the Rings, but these movies are still fun as hell, and cannot wait for the cluster F that is the next one though. That I cannot defend.
Hat to that.
Right. And Robert, let's get your final thoughts.
Yeah, I still love this movie. I still think it's great. I still think the fun parts are fun. I think the flaws are there, but able to be looked past by other really good character moments. I have this highest of all the Hobbit movies. I have this at a 9 out of 10. Usually I go out of 5, but the last one I had an 8. This is at a 9. So I just think this movie is so enjoyable. Even on rewatches, being able to sit here and talk about it with you guys. I mean, hopefully I'm able to switch a couple minds about these movies, but also looking forward to being on the ropes for the next 2 hours tomorrow with the next one.
Yeah, we're going to put you through a bit of a gauntlet, man. Sorry.
Fight me.
Yeah.
But Kees, upon rewatch, what are your thoughts?
I have always liked this movie, and I still like it. It's a really good movie. I give it an 8 out of 10. As I said, I enjoy some of the stupid parts even. I'm okay with the stupid parts. The next movie has the issues because there are a lot of things set up in this movie that the next movie needs to pay off, and the next movie just doesn't pay like it doesn't have any payoff. But this movie itself is very good in terms of setting up some interesting concepts, giving good character moments, giving us an awesome villain in Smaug, because Smaug is just so good.
Yeah,
and that scene between Bilbo and Smaug in the mountain, that's just one of the best Middle Earth scenes. Not just I mean, it compares to some of the Lord of the Rings stuff. So I really like this movie. Yeah, that's it.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I will say it was better than the first time I saw it, because the first time I saw it, it just didn't click with me first time. This time around, though, I can definitely say I enjoyed it, and I can defend it as a decent movie. I'm not quite sure if I can quite say it's a good movie. Again, maybe I have to give it one more rewatch. Maybe check out the extended edition to see if there's something I'm missing in there.
Yeah.
But
Rating?
Yeah, yes, exactly. I might have to, like I said, check it out one more time, and we'll see what happens. And I would have to give it probably. I'll go 7.3. So that being said, I'm looking at the update on the Crowd Rise page. We're now sitting at $705.
Woo!
So,
that was day one.
That was day one.
That's great,
we
guys.
still have
That is fantastic.
2 more days to do this awesomeness.
That's awesome.
Plus a lot of guests who are going to bring in a bigger crowd. So yeah,
Exactly.
definitely can't wait.
Exactly. So, and yeah, of course, speaking of tomorrow, we are doing Battle of the Five Armies, the last film in the Harry Potter the Hobbit trilogy.
Take a drink. It's all good, man. It's all good.
But by the way, joining us tomorrow for Battle of the Five Armies are once again Manning and Robert. Also joining from Take 3 are Evan and Kristen, who haven't been on today because they had other stuff to do. Chris Clark, Chris Doman, myself, and Jacob will be here once again as today. And joining for Fellowship tomorrow, we have Jacob, Chris Clark, myself, Chris Doman, Evan, Harvey is joining again, and Kristen. And special guests are Chris Kaliski, the question writer of the Schmoedown, and the big guest, Rachel Cushing, is joining us for Fellowship tomorrow.
So cool.
So join us.
Awesome.
That'll be great.
Cool.
That still just blows my damn mind that we made this happen, but it's happening. And yeah, let's go around the panel and let's plug away. Henry, where can the good folks find you online?
On Twitter at Dial M for Movies, 4 for the M. I mean, 4 for the 4. You got myself on Facebook, and then you got World War Movies, and there will be trivia. And also, as you see on the comments, Dial M for Movies. So join in, have some fun. You're gonna see a lot of familiar faces there, and hey, hope to see new people.
Awesome. Special guest Manning Franks. Where can the good folks find you?
Special guest. I feel honored. But you can find me if I ever post on Twitter at @like_Peyton. And also you can check out every Tuesdays and Thursdays, the Geek Pulse Radio, which I edit. It's a group of guys who talk about random things. So it's a fun time editing. I was actually on their podcast recently, so that was a lot of fun. And oh yeah, guys, keep coming back for this watch along because they're going to be a blast.
Yes, they are definitely going to be a blast. Robert, where can the good folks find you online when you're not getting roasted like a dwarf?
That's all right. You can find me on Twitter at RBRTPRKR98. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of places online. You can check out the Middle Earth trivia match that Take 3 posted that Jan Engelmann and I competed in. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I had seriously so much fun. So thank you guys for putting that whole thing together. And you can see me tomorrow trying to fight off 16 people at once as I convince you guys that
Just 7. Just
is
7.
a
Relax.
good movie. Battle of the Five Armies.
We're at Fellowship.
Just talk louder than Evan. You might win.
All right, and
You
we come over.
feel it.
Oh man! All right, Chris Clark. Where can the good folks find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing. Trust me.
Password.
And it's my password for a lot of interesting debacles and flavors of ice cream. But also, you can also find me on YouTube at No Man's Land Entertainment. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom, indeed. Case.
I've been waiting all day to hear
Find
him say bada bing.
Yeah, you can find me tomorrow going 16 to 20 rounds on Battle of the Five Armies with Robert right here. That's going to be fun. You can also find me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy and on YouTube, The Dutch Movie Guy. And otherwise, on Take 3 on most of the stuff.
Yeah,
That's it.
pretty much. You know, we kind of own you now, so I'm kidding.
I've been a part of this thing for like almost a year.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're part of the family. You're part of the family now. Yay! And of course, you guys can follow our normal host, who, like I said, he will be back tomorrow, but something personal came up for him, and we respect the hell out of that. So you can find Jacob on Twitter and Facebook at just simply at Jacob London. And you can also find him going up against either Lucky Luke, Lucas Schildbach, or Maverick Zach Mitchell, depending on...
Who will it be? You can find it out.
And you can find out tonight, because the match is dropping as soon as we're done with this watch-along. So go watch it. It's going to be an awesome time.
I literally will.
Yes, please.
Literally. Amen. And, of course, you guys can find me on Twitter and my band Last Shot Redemption at LSARBandMN. You guys can follow Take 3 Productions on Twitter at Take 3 Trivia. And once again, thank you for making this our first charity event something really awesome. Day 1 is done. Let's get ready for day 2, mother Fs. So, for Chris Clark, for Henry Sanchez, Manning Franks, Robert Parker, and Case Cornelesa, I'm Chris Doman. We'll see you guys next time. Take care!